Welcome to the Foul Play YouTube channel, Open Mic, and we're up to number 137. Hard to believe. Anyway, hope everyone's doing great today. It's been invariably weird here in Michigan, as usual. It's supposed to get snow tomorrow. I think it was in the 60s yesterday, so anyway, it's supposed to get cold again and all that kind of stuff. Hold on just a second.
We had 70s and 80s for the last 3 days, but it's supposed to go back to normal April weather tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold here the next several days, so but it's it's not really that unusual. It's been up into May and even early June. It's been colder since we've lived here, so it's just me and you today. Well, so far, Cherie. So how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Well, it was an interesting, really long reading with the crew yesterday, and I guess that before we go too far, we should address a little bit of that. And there was some conversation that even flowed into Discord that we were rude to what was his name? Schmickety?
Schmicky is what it
Schmicky.
looked like.
Yes, Schmicky. Yeah. And that was not my intent, and I don't think it was Doc or anyone else's intent either. We believe strongly in what we believe in. When somebody's when somebody comes that's new that we don't know, and they make certain statements that we can't understand, and we're probing to try to find out what do you mean and how did you come to that conclusion, and you can't get any answers. It's really frustrating. Hey, they can believe whatever they want to believe, but if they believe Stephen did it, hey, that's okay with me, and I think it's okay with everyone here. But if they're here to debate and learn what we know, they should be willing to say specifically why they believe the reasons they believe that Stephen may be guilty. There's got to be more than just kind of the I think I call it drive-by journalism, which kind of it's just kind of a glance at what the news media said and Ken Crash. You just get these little bites of. But once you dive under the hood like we have, it changes the nature of everything. So anyway,
Yeah, I did notice before he left last night, he did say something about he'd be willing to come on. So that would be interesting.
well, yeah, absolutely. As long as they're civil and we can have a good conversation, yeah, that would be great. Hey,
Yeah.
looky there. There's Sister Susan. She just slid into the driveway.
Hi, Susan.
I did. How you guys doing?
Just went live a couple minutes ago. You made
Yeah.
it.
Awesome. Okay, good.
Yeah, I was just addressing a little bit of the extended reading with the crew last night, and we again, I don't think anyone, to my knowledge, was trying to be rude to the Skelter. They can believe whatever they want. That's fine. And if they want to have a debate civilly, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But if they want to make certain statements and basically ask us why, we should be able to ask that back. And that's not being a smarty pants or trying to be a dick to anyone at all. That's just the way it
No.
works.
No. Yes. Yeah. I highly suspect maybe his proof that he says he has that has to do possibly with the berm and maybe
Well,
with the phone call. It sounds like Steven's driving. I don't know.
Did you say the bomb? What did you say?
the
Berm.
berm.
Berm. Okay, that's better. I'm like, what bomb? I missed that.
I could be
Well,
wrong.
well, they said that the proof was right in the file place files, but wouldn't say what it was. That.
Yeah. Yeah.
that poses a problem for me, because if I tell you something and I have, something I want to show you, you guys know me. I'm going to link it if I can. I'm going to share it on the screen if I can.
Of course. Of course.
Right? So anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. And Susan, since you just got here and we just got started, we've got a few that looks like to join us, continue to join in chat. You want to say hello to everyone?
I sure will. We got the beautiful dark side of the moon with us. Supermod. Hi, Gloria is here. Angie Dickinson. Hello, Angie. Katie did it. Hello, woman. Colette M. Hi, Colette. Rhonda SD. Evening, Rhonda. What else do we have? Cherie is with us. I don't recall. Hi, Cherie. Nan's Life 7. Hi, Nan's Life. Rumor has it. Really? Okay.
JD?
Pete Moss. JD is with us. Paul Ward, I see. Hello, Paul. Cher. Hi, Cher. You lovely Cher. Crockett Thompson's with us. Hey, Crockett. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's about all I see right now, Jack.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let's not dilly-dally around too long. I do have a couple of things to address, and I typically don't put up the warning like we do on Reading with the Crew, but you may hear an F-bomb or two as we go through the night. I could put the warning up, but you guys know we try to not do it, but if I get aggravated, I might say it, and someone else might say it too. So it could happen. Then again, it might not. Another thing, there was a pretty significant conversation that began on Reddit today. I know some of you do Reddit and some of you don't. And it was basically, it was a post put up by Hill Spider. It's just a real basic Cuss Road question. And it's unbelievable how much deflection started almost immediately. This is on the MAM sub, not the TTM sub. With but these deflections and not talking about the real issues of Cuss Road, and they're
Typical.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, typical.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right, I've got about. I'm not saying that we're going to get through them all. A lot of these calls are short that I have lined up. I've got about 40 calls approximately. I think that I selected. There is because these kind of cross lines a couple of times. Some of the calls they could be a few minutes off one way or the other between, and I mean as playing them in order between CASO and Manitowoc. I don't think we really ran into that much, but maybe a couple of times. It's very minor. I like to be precise when I talk about call times and that kind of stuff, and I don't want to mislead anyone. But you'll probably see, and there may be a call or two we don't have an exact time, so I try to get that up as well. So anyway, this first call, let me get this turned on here. This first call is from Scott Blodorn. I know you guys remember this call.
What time of day is this, Jack?
Well, this is at 5:46 p.m. It's right there on 11/7. Like I said, we don't. Let me see here my list. We've only got a couple of calls for 11/7 before it finishes out. And mainly this is from Manitowoc. I really didn't dive too deep into the Calumet side of it yet for this date. Again, this is Cuss Road, and we listened to the Bushman radio transmission yesterday. And so anyway, I didn't dive too far off into that because there's so many other calls to get to. I mean, literally, we could spend hours listening to these calls between Calumet and Manitowoc. So,
No doubt. And I have.
so have I. So anyway,
And most of us have.
most of us what?
I said most of us have.
Oh, absolutely.
It's always
Absolutely.
good to listen again. Always good to go back over.
Well, yeah, I've definitely picked up a lot more since we've gone back and re-listened to many of these.
There's so much in this case. How can you remember everything, you know?
You can't. You absolutely cannot
No.
unless you had a stenographer.
Yeah.
Oh, my son just brought me a cup of coffee, Southern Pecan and Colombian Supremo.
Ooh, yummy. Colombian's my favorite.
Yep. All right. Cherie, you and Susan will have to unmute to hear this, but let's get started. This is you can see it's a short call. It's only 43 seconds. So here we go.
Cameron County Sheriff's Department.
Hi, I'm helping with the search for Teresa Halbach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually a roommate, and I've got a receipt for something that I need to get to, like Poggle or.
Okay, do you want to drop it off at the sheriff's office?
What's that?
You can drop it off at the sheriff's office.
Can I fax it?
Yeah, fax it 849.
Oh, yep.
1613.
1613.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
So not much to that call. Just got some document receipts I need to fax off. So this next call.
What do you suppose that receipt was for? I wonder.
I don't know. I just don't know. Now this next call we've listened to. It's a little bit longer. Let me grab the link and we'll talk about it. This next one is. Remember the guy that called about geocaching and finding the blood? Yes.
Oh
No?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what this call is. So.
Cool.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, Rhonda and Cherie actually went trying to find this tree, this location when they were up there in Manitowoc last summer.
Yeah, you guys walked pretty far back in there, didn't you, Cherie?
Yeah, we were talking about doing it again. Yeah, we were talking about doing it again. Sorry. We were talking about doing it again, but we wanted to take the, what do you call those, Garmin
GPS.
things so we could be more precise.
GPS locator.
Yeah, but one of those that's really like you can put in the degrees and all that, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, but we're not going there this year, I guess. But next time we will do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody goes this year because I really want somebody to be on the ground and go to Cuss Road and take some photos of that area. I really do. But anyway, we can talk about that later. All right, let's get on to this call. So you'll have to unmute again. Here we go.
I just want to say hello to Trigger Warning. Is that you in disguise, Alice? I'm just kidding. Welcome.
Sheriff's Department, Michelle speaking.
Hi, Michelle. My name is Tom Poza. I called Brown County Sheriff, and they directed me to Calumet County. This is about that girl that they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar with geocaching or what that is?
I'm sorry, with what?
Geocaching is like a worldwide little treasure hunt, and people put trading trinkets and things and post coordinates on the web.
No,
Okay, well, to make a long story short, I was out looking for one of these buried or hidden treasures this weekend out by Point Beach by the Manitowoc School Forest.
Mm-hmm.
We found a cache out in the middle of a swamp area with a pond by it, and by this cache was an awful lot of blood, and I didn't really think much of it at the time. like we kind of thought that it maybe was a deer blood, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't think it was, because there was no, usually somebody gutted a deer out or something.
Yeah, there'd be entrails or
Right,
something
and there was
around them.
nothing there. And it was, I don't know, I was just kind of laying in bed thinking why that was all there. And then when we were leaving, there's kind of a road, a dirt road back in there, and there was a picture of her sitting there, and I just kind of, I knew that you guys were looking for her, but I didn't really think anything of it until just now. That I have coordinates to the geocache.
Oh, okay.
The geocache is buried underneath like a big cedar tree, and there was blood. There was a big root that came out of the bottom of the cedar tree. There was blood all over this root, so much that it stained the wood. So there was a lot of blood.
Okay.
I can give you coordinates.
Yes, if you would. Go ahead.
Okay, it's north 44 dot 14 dot 503 west 87 dot 31 dot 600.
Okay.
And there's a road. It's the first road. I think it's County V that runs into O right by the lake there.
Right.
It's the first road off the lake shore that turns off. If you're heading towards the lake, it turns off to the left.
Okay, it turns north. That would be...
Right, it turns north.
Okay, let me just look
I
up
might
there.
be able to even...
Yep, that would be, it's either Lakeshore Road or Sandy Bay Road.
Lakeshore.
Lakeshore Road, okay.
Lakeshore Road. You'll go down the road a little bit, and it's kind of towards, I don't really know how far that school forest goes in, but there's a big gate, and there's an iron gate across a little road that goes back by this pond. It's back along that pond.
Okay. What was your last name, Tom?
Poza, P as in Paul, O-Z-Z-A.
P-O-Z-Z-A.
Right.
And Tom short for Thomas?
Yes.
Okay. What's your telephone number, Tom?
920-336-5748.
Okay. And can I get your middle initial?
Is A.
And your birth date?
8957.
Okay. And what's
I
your...
hope this isn't anything.
Yeah, me too, but we'll check it out. What's your address, Tom?
It's 3948 Creek View, that's one word, Road in Depeer.
And that's 54115?
Right.
Okay. All right. Obviously, they're not going to be able to go and check on something like that tonight. I'm going to pass this along to the detectives for in the morning.
Okay.
Is there a number we could reach you at tomorrow during the day?
They can try my work phone.
Okay.
920-405-7512.
Okay.
If they need to, I can come out and show them exactly what it is.
All right. I'll give them that message, and they'll probably be getting back to you.
God, I hope it's not this.
Yeah, I hope so too. But
Okay, thank you.
all right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's, you think about it, that's pretty creepy. It's actually really creepy. Saw we had a few questions and comments as we were going through that call. Did you see that,
Yeah,
Susan?
do you remember? Yeah, did he say in the beginning that he was out there yesterday?
Well, I thought he said the other day, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But
You want to just listen to the very beginning of it again?
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
Sheriff's Department, Michelle speaking.
Hi, Michelle. My name is Tom Poza. I've called Brown County Sheriff, and they directed me to Calumet County. This is about that girl that they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar with geocaching or what that is?
I'm sorry, with what?
Geocaching is like a worldwide little treasure hunt, and people put trading trinkets and things and post coordinates on the web.
No.
Okay, well, to make a long story short, I was out looking for one of these buried or hidden treasures this weekend out by Point Beach by the Manitowoc School.
So this weekend, I'm not sure where the 7th falls. I'd have to look at
The 7th would have been Monday because the 5th
Monday.
was Saturday.
So it would have been Saturday or Sunday.
Oh.
So within a couple days.
Yeah. Yep.
And the guy sounds like he lives in that area. Obviously, we don't know, but it sounds to me like he's familiar with people going and hunting and field dressing their deer and so forth. So there was nothing there but blood, and it was everywhere, and it covered that route.
And we have no radio traffic about somebody going to check it out or
Nothing.
anything further, right? Nothing.
Nothing. No report. Nothing. Now that I'm thinking about it, Cherie, do you remember seeing like a big cedar tree there? I remember you guys showed a video or some photos, but I just can't recall.
I honestly, I couldn't tell you what kind of tree it was, but I can look for the pictures real quick, and you can decide whether it is or not. I know there were a lot of roots above the ground. That was, something that made it stand out. But
But
I'll
weren't you
look for the
still a
picture.
little ways from it? You didn't get right up next to it, did you?
Well, it was in the wood. It was kind of in a real grown-up area, and we
That's what I thought.
Short. We were chicken.
Sure.
Not so much of people, but there may be all kinds of critters in there.
Yeah, no telling.
Yep.
But I'll look for the pictures right now.
Okay, that's fine. Rumor has it asked, I wonder if a cadaver dog would hit on the tree, they can leak into the soil, right? I don't know. They have a much more pronounced sense of smell than I would have ever guessed. But
yeah, they can pick up buried stuff, so I'm sure it would hit on that.
Well, I think
and years afterwards, so like many years afterward is what I've heard. They can still pick it up.
How far from Avery Salvage Yard was that, Cherie?
Quite a ways. I would have to look, do the Google Maps thing to find out for sure. But it wasn't like, close for sure.
Okay. Was it closer to Manitowoc?
It was close to Two Rivers.
Do you remember?
It was close to Two Rivers, yeah. Manitowoc was a few miles away.
But yeah, so it was kind of out in the sticks a little bit. All right. Any more questions about the geocaching?
I wish we had some answers.
So do I. I wish I'd have checked the damn tip out.
Yeah.
All right. As you can see on the screen, this next call is we've moved on to November 8th. And the first call that I selected was Pago calling in. He talks about various things. It's more than just one thing. That's what I've got written down. So let's listen to what Mr. Pago has to say. This call's just shy of 5 minutes, so I don't remember what all he said. So let's give it a listen.
Sheriff's Department.
Hey, good morning. Jerry calling.
What are you doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm working. Somebody had called in sick again.
Really?
Yeah. Lisa.
Oh, Lisa did?
Yes, I've been on since 3.
Oh,
what's up?
Wow.
Grabbing a cup of coffee.
I hear you're a pretty good fire investigator.
I gave Uyghur shit yesterday, so if they're all this easy, I'm going to work these instead of sensitive crime. No, it worked out very well. I was kind of pleased that we were able to help you out, and it came to some conclusion it's not going to cause you more grief. So.
Yeah, right.
I told Mark,
helping.
Hey, anything else I can do, give me a call. Mark asked me, says if something else comes up, I says, my pager number, whatever, find me. I'll help you out as much as I can. So.
Okay, good.
Not a problem.
Hey, you want to let the dispatchers know, to tell the press that There will be another press conference at 3 o'clock today.
3 p.m. today. Sure, I can do that.
The Michigan Fire Department.
Okay.
And the sheriff is requesting that members of the press not contact him prior to the press conference.
You mean you, right?
Yes.
Okay. I asked her about.
Yeah, I want to pause it here just 1 second, and just to reiterate, for those that don't know, they had a press conference just about every day around 2 or 3 o'clock. This is not new. This is pretty common of what they were doing throughout the week. So just wanted to pass that along.
That it's just a couple just before you call, and they're just asking about that. But I will tell them not to allow you to have any contact prior to that conference.
Right. Yeah. Tell them that that I do not wish to be contacted. These assholes have been.
Are you serious? They're pit bulls. Why don't they wait? I mean,
that's what I tell them. I said, "There's a news conference at 3 o'clock. I'll talk to you then. Bye."
Unbelievable.
And that's going to be addressed today.
Good. I mean, you got enough things to worry about without having to tell them to go away.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, you're being kind and you bet you're getting kind and cordial, just keeping them updated the best you can, and not. I know I get that impression that they're not. And even Kratz's interview yesterday, it's like, well, we're not being told anything. Well, it's a criminal investigation, believe it or not. I mean, sure, it's a missing person, but we're doing everything in our power to try and find how come and what for. And
exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly. Yep.
Unbelievable.
And they're basically going to be told the same thing today.
Be nice. Don't be like me. Be nice.
I'm going to tell them we're not going to tell them what we found or where we found it.
Well, exactly.
That's sad. We'll find out at the trial, hopefully.
There you go. How's it going?
We're finding stuff.
Yeah.
We just have to have it analyzed to see, what significance, how significant it is, and
sure.
If it we're trying to either put her in the vehicle, or put her in the house, or him in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you catch that? Did you guys catch that? Put her in the house or him in the vehicle.
Damn, I missed that.
Hold on. I'm going to back it up.
Looking at cedar trees. Okay, thanks.
I'm going to back it up a couple of clicks here.
Awesome.
How significant it is, and
sure.
If it we're trying to either put her in the vehicle, or put her in the house, or him in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Catch that time?
I sure did.
Now, isn't that amazing?
Put her in the house and him in his vehicle, in her vehicle.
That's right. Here we are.
Did he say put her in the house?
Put her in the house. Put her in the house, Avery's house, or Avery in her vehicle.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course not. All right, let's march forward.
That was Swigert, right?
No, this is Poggle.
Oh, it was Poggle talking to.
I'm not sure who he's talking to. He's called into dispatch at Calumet County. I'm not sure who's on he's on the phone with. Yeah, yours did this key call, and he doesn't have it down here, so I don't think we ever really figured out who he's talking to.
Well, it's the guy on duty at the desk. Is that?
That's possible. That's entirely possible, but it doesn't sound like one of your regular operator that we hear a lot of times at Calumet County, because that dude's got his voice is not as deep. And then there's a couple.
This guy's voice just sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
Heard it before.
I'm sure we have.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on.
Getting the information. I talked to Mark a little bit. Sure, looks like he's part of this, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It sure looks like it.
Yeah, great.
We could just find her.
Yeah, well, that's the key. You could do that. Well, then you got a whole other crime scene. How much longer are you going to be spending out there, do you think?
Today for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see tonight what it looks like. Is Larry working today?
Yes, he is.
You want to ask him if we need assistance from his department as far as securing the crime scene tonight?
Sure. Okay, not a problem. I'll tell him that. I'm sure it's not going to be a problem, but I'll check with him this morning when he comes on.
Okay, alrighty, because I think our guys are getting burnt out, and
no doubt.
Yeah, and we could just get some fresh people out there. Would I think be a benefit.
Hang on a second, Jerry. Who's working the street where? Do you know who's working here today, Jerry, in the county?
Oh, in the county?
Yeah.
Oh, I know they've been juggling things around. No, I don't.
Okay, he does not know. No. Yeah, she says somebody's working till 11, I guess.
Could be. I think, yeah, they're working like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, spreading yourself kind of thin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They've been great. Nobody's been complaining or.
Oh no. But when and I just asked her, he says anybody's disposition getting stretched, and he said everybody's working well together, which is great to hear.
Yeah.
For a common goal. And,
great.
So.
Okay.
All right, my friend.
Some soda, some water, I don't know. They should take some beer, huh? Get some different ideas.
It's a good idea, but you know what I always say? You can't drink until the work's done, right?
That's it.
Okay, guy.
Thanks, Mark.
You betcha. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's an interesting call from Sheriff Poggle.
Mark.
Hmm?
Mark somebody. Thanks, Mark.
That wasn't Uyghur. That's definitely not Uyghur's voice.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Well, he's going to put her in the house and Stephen in the car, so that's all they needed to do. This next call is at 6:51 a.m. Same day on the 8th. We're on the 8th. And I'm pretty sure that this is Jacobs. I think that's what I got wrote down here. No, I just said officer. That means I didn't know who it was, but I think it's Jacobs. It sounds like kind of like his voice. Did you have some? Did you find some photos, Cherie? Cuss Road, or not Cuss Road, but of the cedar tree, that area where you guys walked?
I put them in the chat there.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
I can.
Okay.
Before we get too far away, I'm going to go ahead and pull those up. See if that pops in there. There we go. That does look like a pretty large cedar tree. I don't know why you wouldn't just go on back in there, really. Come on.
Yeah, we should have while we were there. Next time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have crawled back in there either. You never know what's going to come out, right?
True.
And then here's another one. It's pretty grown up. It's hard to, I mean, I was trying to kind of look at the ground there, but it's hard to see, I can't really see any roots sticking out.
Oh, well, maybe they weren't. Maybe they just have low branches like that. It looks strange. I grew up in the country and saw a lot of trees. I don't know if I've ever seen one close up like that with the leaves or the branches so close to the ground.
Well, it definitely hadn't been trimmed, that's for sure. And here's another.
Definitely looks like a cedar, right?
It does look like a cedar, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're talking years later. We're talking 2005. So you guys were there last year, 2022. So that's 17 years that that area's had to grow up.
Yeah, true that.
It was nice and mowed for us, though. At least, the pathway. So that was good.
Yeah, I'm actually fixing to pull up one more. You see the path. Somebody's taking a mower through there. Yeah, you'd have to really get up over close enough to see if there's any roots growing out of the ground like he described in his phone call.
Yeah, I see ticks and snakes possibly to get over there.
No, we probably won't go. At least get up.
Yeah.
Well, you could, you'd have to, pretty much put a hazmat suit on, and you'd be okay then.
Yeah, prepare for it.
Yeah, ticks give me the heebie-jeebies for sure. I hate those things. Ugh.
All right. So, like I said, this call here, let's move forward. Yeah, this call here, he's wanting to know what the moon phase is on the 31st. And there's really not any explanation along with that, and I really found it an odd call. Unless he had information about some kind of movement at night and wanted to know how much moonlight there was on the 31st.
Do you know who's calling, or?
I think it's Jacobs, but I'm not positive because
Okay.
I didn't write it down, so that means I wasn't for sure.
Okay.
And it's a little over a minute, so let's give it a listen.
Sheriff's Department, good morning. Shelley speaking.
Hey, Shelley.
Hey.
I got an odd question for you.
Okay.
Do you guys have a big calendar down there with where it says full moon on it, that kind of stuff?
We got that on my calendar right in front of me. Tells me full moon. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Take a look at on October 31st and tell me what it says.
Let's see. October's ripped off of here. Let me check a different map. Hang on. A different calendar. Hang on.
All right.
I don't see when where October is left. It's not in my personal calendar too. You're just looking for a full moon?
Yeah, I just want to know if there was like a quarter moon or half moon or full moon on the 31st.
Well, you can kind of figure it out. The full moon in November is the 16th.
Okay.
So it would have been about a half moon.
About a half moon, you think?
Right?
Okay.
That was like 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
No explanation, no nothing. I just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Why would he call and ask that? There has to be a reason to prompt him. Did they suspect someone was, moving around at night, and what were they doing? Could they see without a flashlight? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Could it have something to do with I've heard not much, but mention of was it some kind of satanic ritual or something? I don't know if that has anything to do with moons or not, but
that could be.
Probably. I don't know. It was definitely a weird one.
Yeah, I've heard, just in everyday life, oh boy, it must be a full moon. People are acting crazy or something,
Bethany wants you to play that again, Jack.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Sheriff's Department, good morning. Shelley speaking.
Hey, Shelley.
Hey.
I got an odd question for you.
Okay.
Do you guys have a big calendar down there with like where it says full moon on it, that kind of stuff?
We got that on my calendar right in front of me. Tells me full moon. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, take a look at on October 31st and tell me what it says.
Let's see. October's ripped off of here. Let me check a different map. Hang on. Or a different calendar.
All right.
I don't see when where October's left. It's not in my personal calendar too. You're just looking for a full moon?
Yeah, I just want to know if there was like a quarter moon or half moon or full moon on the 31st.
Well, you can kind of figure it out. The full moon in November is the 16th.
Okay.
So it would have been about a half moon.
About a half moon, you think?
Right?
Okay.
That was like 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
There you go. So again, about a half moon, but Bethany, have a thought?
That was Fassbender, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I don't think it was Fassbender. Normally, when the DCI agents call, they typically identify themselves.
I think it was Wiegert.
I think it was Jacobs.
Oh, Jacobs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is MTSO.
Okay.
But again, I can't prove that because he didn't identify himself. A lot of times he won't necessarily say his name, but he'll give his badge number. He didn't do either this time, and
Yeah.
it's pretty early. It's pretty early in the morning, but that don't mean anything. They're working a lot of overtime, so. All right. Did Bethany have anything else to add to that?
No, but she's looking up what the moon was.
Oh.
I think.
All right. This next call is Jacobs. Calls the jail to let someone know from CASO questions. I wrote down questions about Jody Stokowski. And this is at 9:47 on the morning of the 8th. Of course, I've already been up her ass several times by now. So let me get the link in here. About a 3-minute call, looks like. Let's see, we have a comment here. Oh, that's K. Hey, K. The moon phase for October 31st, 2005 is a waning crescent phase. This is a phase where the moon is less than 50% illuminated, but has not yet reached zero illumination. All right. So basically about a half moon if it wasn't cloudy. And I can tell you for damn sure, living up here around these lakes, from October till anytime given in or April, May, it's generally cloudy at some point during the day. So anyway, all right, let's listen to this next call about Jody. It's about 3 minutes, looks like.
We can just have the jail run the call. I'll put you on. And then I'll finish going through the Averys. Okay. I'll tell them who you are first.
Mantua County Jail.
Hi, Jill?
She's on third floor. Should I?
Oh, no. Who is this?
Johnson.
Oh, okay. My name is, this is Dennis Jacobs calling.
Yes.
I'm going to put you on the phone with a Calumet County investigator. And if he's going to ask for some information on visiting with Jody Switkowski or something, Avery's girlfriend?
Yes.
And we just want to know when he was visiting her. So if you can just give him that information.
Yes, he also picked her up today for an appointment.
He picked her up today for an
Yes,
appointment?
he's out at an appointment right now.
Okay, why don't you give all that information to John, I'm sorry. We're trying to do 16 things.
I know, and I'm actually run a lot of things.
Okay.
Maybe I could just transfer to booking, because I think I'll be interrupted.
Okay.
Well,
you want to just call back here?
Jacobs? Okay.
4215.
4215. Okay, I'll look it up and give you the information.
Give it to Dietering. I'm
You want in the last month, the last week? I mean, I can
in
get
the last.
Since the 31st.
Yeah, the week of the 31st.
That would be the last visitation day. It would be the, yeah.
Okay. You
All right.
Give it all to him.
Okay.
And it's 4215.
Okay.
Thanks.
All righty.
Bye.
I think there's another call here. Actually, I'm almost positive.
I think you're right. I think that was Jacobs.
Yeah, I think so.
Jacobs.
Mr. Jacobs. Looks like we got Mr. Avery here visiting on November 1st.
Okay.
7:06 p.m. and he took her out today for an appointment.
All right. What time is she due back? We should call Tom and tell him that Avery's in town.
In progress.
I do. No.
Did you catch what he said there? What Jacob said?
What was that, Jeff?
He said I should call and let him know Avery's in town. I'll back it up 10 seconds. Listen.
We should call Tom and tell him that Avery's in town.
In progress.
Did you hear it that time?
I sure did.
All right, we'll finish this up.
I do. No, I don't. Call Mark.
Here, where is she? Appointment is at probation and parole. She should be back at 11:30.
11:30?
Looks like she's got it from 9 to 11 AODA at probation and parole.
Okay.
So she should be back at 11:30.
All right, and then okay, so she's at probation parole. He'll be giving her a ride back.
Right.
At 11:30.
Yep.
Or 11 o'clock.
11, right.
Okay.
So, quarter after.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, bye.
Bye.
They tracked her pretty tightly, when she would go to Huber or like this one, probation and parole.
Yep. And Stephen went to see her on Monday night, or what was the first? Was Monday, right? No, Tuesday. Tuesday night.
Yeah, I think that's right. I know that that call and this next call I'm fixing to put up, you're going to love this. This next call is Jacobs calls Kathy Williford, and if you guys remember, then you're going to hear it in the call.
Good Lord. God.
That's what I say when I think of her.
Good Lord. I think this is about a 6 or 8 minute call.
Tiny tears. Dark side. Kathy Williford.
What'd she say, caller?
Tiny tears.
Tiny tears. Oh, yeah. It could have been me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know that last call and this call are both in the key calls list. If anybody's interested or whatever. All these calls come from our playlist. So yeah, this is about an 8-minute call. She steps outside, blah blah blah. We'll probably pause a time or two as we're listening. If there's something you need to be, you want to hear again, let me know. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Kathy there?
This is her.
Hi, Kathy. My name is Dennis Jacobs. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Department in Manitowoc County.
Okay.
And you had called that you had the same job as our missing lady?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm just going to step outside here.
Sure.
I'll be back. You can go ahead. I'm just going to get outside.
Okay. Let me just get a couple of things before we actually start here. Is your name spelled with a C or a K?
With a K?
And it's Kathleen?
No, just Kathy.
Just Kathy. What's your middle initial, Kathy?
D is in Dawn.
Okay. And it's Willeford?
Correct.
All right. What's your date of birth?
9/30/68.
And what's your home address?
N is in Nancy, 3126 Deer Creek Court in Waldo.
What's the zip code in Waldo?
53093.
Okay. And then I got your home, and your home is 528-7755?
Correct.
Okay. And you had some experiences out at the Avery residence?
Well, I used to work in law enforcement. The only reason I'm calling is because I feel like I should.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if anything I have to tell you will help, but I thought it was worth a shot. So.
Okay.
In January 25th, I got a fax from Auto Trader telling me to go up and take a picture for Mr. Avery. I went up there, went to his residence, and I just remember, out of all the things I've ever done, I just felt real uneasy driving in because it's so remote out there.
Right.
And then the junkyard, and there were dogs barking.
Right.
So anyway, I drove in, saw his car that I was supposed to take a picture of. I think it was a Cutlass or something similar to that.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't come out of the mobile home, so I went up and knocked on the door and he came out, and I took the pictures, and he hadn't written up his narrative for the ad.
Okay, hang on just a minute. I'm trying to take notes.
Oh, sorry.
So, okay. So you went up to the door?
Yeah, I did. I turned around and parked, and I think he had a pickup truck. I think he's got like a little shed off to the left.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a pickup there, so I pulled by his pickup and turned around facing out and parked.
Okay.
I went up to the door and knocked. He came to the door. I explained who I was. I was from Auto Trader. I was there to take a picture of his car.
Uh-huh.
So it was winter, so he started up to warm it up, and while it was warming up, I said, I also need the narrative description of the car
Uh-huh.
for the ad. Oh, I forgot to do that. So he went back in the house and started to write it, and it took him forever. I don't know why, but it just took him a really long time. So I took my pictures, went up on the deck, and it was pretty cold out, and I was standing on his there's like a wood porch in front or back or something, and I was just freezing, but I was standing out there, and he came out and opened the door and said something to the effect of, well, why didn't you come inside because it's cold out? And I said, well, I appreciate that, but we're not allowed to go into residences when we do these. I mean, it just didn't feel right, and I could kind of see into the mobile home.
I got to pause it right here. It's cold out. Why don't you come inside? And I didn't feel right. That just didn't feel right. Seriously? He's just trying to be nice to get her up. And she prefaced it going in, the uneasy feeling is so, it's remote and the dogs are barking. So we must be in a Stephen King movie or something. She prefaced all of it. I worked in
She
law enforcement.
talking about he was warming the car?
Yeah, apparently the car that.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. She kind of glossed over that though.
Didn't make sense.
No, I think she's left some out. He probably got his jacket, went out, started that car, and let it warm up, and went back in. And he probably told her, it's cold out. You can come in if you want. And as she's changing it, but I can't prove that. I'm just putting common kind of thing together. Anyway, I'll continue on.
And there was garbage, and if I remember correctly, there were like empty liquor bottles and stuff. And I thought, it just doesn't feel right. I didn't recognize his name at all, which is probably stupid on my part.
Well, that happens. So you stood outside, and he finally came back?
And when he came out and asked me to come in, I said no thanks. I went in the car. He started my car, and then he came back out and gave me the narrative. And then right before I left, he said, well, if this works out okay, I'm going to call you back because my sister owns, I thought he said she owned the junkyard or salvage yard there.
Right.
And she has a car that she might want to sell, and how can I get a hold of you? And I said, well, you just call the main auto trader number, and then, they'll get a hold of me. He was like, okay, and I took off, and I don't know, just gut feeling was not good. I drove out of there fast. It just sticks out of all the pictures I've done and, everything I've done in law enforcement, it just didn't feel right. So.
Okay.
And then Teresa actually came to my house in June and picked up all my, my fax machine, all my equipment and stuff, so I only met her the one time when she came to get my gear and stuff. So I just felt bad when I heard it on the news. I don't know if it could help you at all.
So she's only been doing this since June?
No, she worked prior to that. She covered Brown County. And then in June when I quit, she was also covering my territory, which was Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Calumet County. So she was working prior to that, but now they just gave her a bigger area.
Okay. Alrighty.
And the only reason I'm even telling you this is because it just makes me think that when they called to have her come up, they knew a woman was coming up.
Sure. Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know much about the case, but I hope if it's something with that family, I hope you get them.
Well, we hope so too.
Play that again.
I don't know much about the case, but I hope if it's something with that family, I hope you get them.
Well, we hope so too.
We hope so too. I don't know what that says to you guys. I know what it says to me though.
If it's something with that family, I mean, Jesus.
But yeah, he's guilty. She's got him. She's prefaced everything about this innocuous visit to go take a photo of that car. She's prefaced everything to sound terrible, and nothing at all happened. Nothing.
Exactly.
It could have been me.
It was creeped out to be at a junkyard.
Yeah. Well, I've been in some rough junkyards, and I wasn't necessarily creeped out, but they had some, a couple of really mean fucking dogs, and but they were chained up, so.
Yeah. I mean, it was not like she was within the junk cars,
No.
They were fenced off and,
That's right. And bears chained up, and if he was out there, which I'm guessing he probably was, but anyway, it's an innocuous visit, and she's just piled on and piled on.
I'm guessing she never gave it a second thought until this happened.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Sheriff says no bias, though. No, absolutely not. No bias here. All right, we got a couple minutes. Let's finish this up.
I don't know. I just did not get a good read on him out there either. I feel really bad for her. I feel like in some ways it could have been me, and I'm glad I never went back on the second call.
Okay. Somebody may want to talk with you later and get a more of a detailed interview and a statement.
Okay.
And I will pass this on because technically Calumet is the lead agency, but that's just because of the conflict of interest with the current lawsuit and stuff.
Right.
So I will pass this on to I'm actually working with a Calumet detective, so I'll pass this on to him. You may have a state agent show up to talk to you.
What office are you out of?
I'm out of Manitowoc County.
You are, okay.
Yeah, see, he's got that lawsuit for the wrongful imprisonment and all that.
Right.
Against Manitowoc County.
So the state took it over?
Well, the state in Calumet County, and we are all working together on it, but Calumet is officially the lead agency.
Would it be the state DCI?
Yeah.
I used to work for D&E, their sister agency.
Okay, sure.
So, oh, cool.
Yeah, you might have somebody from the state come down and talk to you. Okay. I'm not sure who. Okay. Tom Fossbender is the guy at the
state?
From the state that's the lead contact. Do you know Tom at all?
I've met him. I didn't work with him much because I worked out of the Milwaukee office.
Yeah, he's working out of the Appleton office, so.
Okay.
Okay. I will pass this on, and like I said, somebody might follow up with you a little later.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, there's no bias in that call. To me, it's just a completely ridiculous call. And not only that, why is he calling her? That should have been passed on to Calumet County.
Yep. I agree.
I saw a comment. Well, actually, you're probably looking at them a bit more than I am. Oh, yeah, rumor has it said, didn't someone say the family only had a one branch family tree? Yeah, that was O'Kelly. Yeah, I don't want to get
Oh,
started.
Helly.
Yeah.
Dickhole.
Yeah.
It's my language.
That's all right. All right, this next call comes in at 11:01. It's Wiegert. He calls MTSO wanting them to run a 20 on Marie Littersky. You guys remember who Marie is?
Littersky?
Yep, Marie Littersky.
Who is that?
She works at the Fox Hills hotel resort thing? She's the...
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the, not receptionist, but, when you go in to get a room or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Desk. She's behind the desk.
That's right. So he wants MTSO to run a 20 on her. I guess he's wanting an address and so forth and so on. It's a short call, so here we go.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Pam speaking.
Hey, Pam, this is Mark Wiegert from Calumet County.
Yeah.
Can you do an in-house check for me?
Sure.
I'm looking for an address for the last name Littersky, Lacersky. First name is Marie. It'd be like a Two Rivers, I think.
Marie Littersky, Littersky. Okay, let me check. Can you hold on?
Sure.
I didn't know Cedar was available to help. One goes down there, I can use one more up here. Oh.
See, the address I've got is 242 East Sam's Road, Mishcot.
Sam's, it's S-A-M-Z, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you want a phone number?
Sure, if you got one at home.
755-4384. Do you need a date of birth or anything? Middle initial?
Yeah, right away.
The middle initial L, like in Lincoln.
Okay.
Date of birth 10-2786.
76?
Uh-huh. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 86. 10-27-86.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sure. Bye.
Right.
I know there's some reports in CASO, but I just don't remember one. I just don't remember the contents of it and what it was about. I just cannot recall at the moment.
Me either.
Okay, this next call. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one. Some lady calls in scared because some guy if I remember this right, some guy she, I guess, hangs with or whatever. He's been acting weird the last few days. But I think she said that she had been with him to the Avery salvage yard. I think that's what she says. Let's give it a listen.
Good afternoon, Sheriff's Department. Shelley calling.
Hi, Shelley. Pam wanted me to 21.
Yeah, actually I did. I just got a really bizarre call from Domestic Violence Center. They spoke with a woman, a Sue Vetter, who lives out on Albert Drive. She's petrified because a David Monroe just returned back out there, and she said that she had been out to Avery's on the 31st with this Monroe and some other guy, and she said he has some knife wounds, a broken finger. It may have happened in a fight at Gillies, but I'm not sure. But he's back, and she said he's been acting really strange.
Okay.
So
our logistics out here are just kaput.
Okay.
Can we talk to a detective, maybe Brian Swetlick,
okay,
over at the city? Tell them to see. They've been out here, so they have a feeling of what's going on.
All right.
See if they can just go follow up on this, and if this is something that Calumet County needs to know about.
All right. I just didn't want to send him out there without letting you know first.
Right, and if they do, then they can reach me, and we'll get it over to Mark Wiegert or DCI.
All righty.
All right, very good. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Just a really, I don't know, just an oddball. You know, and that's not to say you're not going to get this kind of call. I'm sure they got tons, but I don't know. The actual call from the woman is in here, but then I ran into this one, so I just decided not to play her call and just to play this one and not play them both because there's no need. Anyway, moving on. Next call. This is DCI agent Karen Halbach calls and wants a 20 ran on a plate, a license plate. I don't think it's a very long call. Let's give it a listen. Not even a minute.
May I talk Sheriff's Department? Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Yeah, Karen, Kevin Heimer, calling back from DCI.
Hi.
Can you run a 28 for me?
Sure can. Go ahead.
Wisconsin truck, Adam Boy, 7965.
65?
Yes.
An 88 Chev truck, red in color, listing to an April Whitmith, 2817 Clark Street.
Okay, you can throw it away.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Then he calls back and he wants, I think he wants a 20 or something ran on Tom Yonda. So let's give this a listen.
May I talk Sheriff's Department? Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Karen, Kevin Heimer, calling back from DCI again.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah.
We have an insurmountable task here, and I need help.
Okay.
The name I gave you earlier, Thomas L. Janda.
Yep.
Could you run it through Manitowoc City PD for me? Or do you have their phone number and I'll call them?
For what?
For a current address. She's supposed to live somewhere
We
near
have the
city.
same information they have.
Oh, you do?
That's with our joint dispatch center. The only one who would add anything different would be to Rivers, because they have their own separate in-house, and I can check with them if you'd like.
Would you?
I can do that. Is there a number I can reach you back at?
Yep, 920.
Yep.
427.
427?
0880.
0880. Got it. We'll check with them. Bye.
Thanks.
Okay. So he wants this information checked through another agency. So, don't know why, no idea. Okay, this next call is a range call, and I'm only going to play a little bit of this because what this is, and I did this intentionally. Remember yesterday when we were talking so much about them bitching about trying to get resources and so forth?
Mm-hmm.
Do this, do that. Okay. Well, this is Lieutenant Syme trying to call everybody in the under the sun to get them to work for security or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
This is this was pretty much on a daily basis. This is not the only call like this. So we'll listen to a little bit of it. I'm not going to play too much. I'm going to scan through a little bit of it because it's a lot of ringing and answering machines and just bullshit. So it's relevant only from the fact of them trying to. It's about managing the resources. As you can see, it's a 23-minute call.
The number you have reached, area code, further information is available about.
Skipping forward. You still ain't got anybody. I think this actually takes a little bit for you to get a hold of you.
Twin State Forest guy speaking.
Hi, is Jeffrey Simmons around?
Nope, he's not working here now. He's in school.
He's in school.
Yep.
Oh, okay, thanks anyhow.
Yep.
Bye.
Still ringing.
To take your call. Please leave a message
Answer machine.
after the tone.
Hi, Charlie. Lieutenant Syme here, seeing if you're able to work security. I need somebody to work from midnight till 8 a.m. Please give me a call back if you can. Thank you.
Skipping forward again.
Hi, you have reached the same day. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we will return your call. Thank you.
Hi, Dave. Lieutenant Syme here, seeing if you can work security out at the scene tonight from midnight till 8 in the morning. Please give me a call back at the Sheriff's Department if you can. Thank you.
Okay, so that's enough of that. And it goes on like that, multiple calls. Anyway, a little bit later in this call, actually quite a bit later, I've got it time linked. I'm going to get the link here. It's going to skip forward. Coburn is making a call to this TA Motorsports. Now, we mentioned this TA Motorsports the other day. I think it was Cedar that had called and wanted their number. And he starts talking about some trailer that they're using that I guess MTSO is using. It's pretty vague, in my opinion. As far as I know, there's no reports on it at all. So let me grab this link here, and you can give it a listen. And actually, I think this call goes into, he calls, no, you'll hear it. It's 1 second. Yeah, here we go.
TA Motorsports speaking.
Rich.
Yeah.
I'm glad I caught you there. Sandy Colburn calling.
Hey, Andy.
Hey. I just wanted to touch base with you to let you know we are keeping an eye on your trailer.
Oh, okay.
But it's probably going to be tied up for a week yet.
Okay, we'll be okay.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, if there's something comes up...
Is it City Madison or is it down here?
It's usually sitting at Chilton at the Cal County Sheriff's Department.
Sure.
Because we got people from Madison up there, but we used it again today to haul some more stuff.
Okay, you're welcome to use it, not a problem.
Okay.
No, not a problem. Did you still haven't found her yet, though?
No, not yet.
No.
But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Did they release any more information today? Everybody's watching it, you know? I mean, for a small town, it's a big deal.
Yeah. There's not a lot I can say on that right now, you know.
That's fine, I understand that.
But it was a productive day.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
If for some reason that you did need that trailer back,
okay.
Just give me a holler and I'd get it back to you, and maybe we could borrow a different one or something, like if you had a buyer or something.
We'll be all right.
Okay.
Not a problem, man.
Thanks a lot.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
So did you catch that there, Cherie and Susan? He asked, he wanted to know
Yeah.
what was going on with the case. It was I can't say much, but it was a productive day.
It's a productive day on the 8th. I think he's talking about the trailer, the enclosed trailer that they moved the RAV in.
Well, I mean, seriously, do you think so? Because I
Yeah.
guess it could have been, but I thought that came from what's that damn guy's name?
I remember looking up the business where they got that from. What was this guy's name?
TA Motorsports. Rich from TA Motorsports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't it.
I thought that was Ron's, not Ron's. I can't remember now, but that name I just didn't recognize at all.
Yeah, that wasn't TA that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's right, Kay. We had a productive day, and the 8th most certainly was. It was a boom.
Yeah.
So anyway, this call goes on. I'm going to let it play, and I'm not exactly sure who. I mean, I don't know if Andy's talking to his wife or I'm not really sure because it's not really case related, but it's captured. So, and it's not very long, but I'm going to play it. Here we go.
Nan's wife wanted to know what time on the 8th that call was, if you know.
Well, it's a range call, so it's between 1503 and 1933. However, I think based on what you're fixing to hear with this next call, we get a bit closer to the range of time that this call happened. So 1503 would be 303 until 1933, which is 7:30. So between basically 3 and 7:30. Unfortunately, we can't nail it any further because this is how we got the calls, and we got it when they were got from Manitowoc. Unfortunately, but I think with this next call, it gets it a little closer. So I'm going to play it.
Hello?
Mom.
Yes.
I just got done with work.
Okay.
Do you need me to pick up Spuddy?
Yeah, but he didn't call yet. I'm expecting him in a minute now.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Go to the school and get him or come home?
Where are you?
I'm at work.
At Manitowoc work?
Yes. Was it a home game?
Yes.
I'll just go to the school.
I'll tell him to look for you.
Okay?
I think he'll call any minute now.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So it sounded like one of the children had a after school game, so that's what I took away from it, but I don't know that for a fact. But is that kind of what you took, Cherie and Susan, that some kind of sporting activity after school?
Yeah,
I was on a potty
break.
I forgot to mute YouTube, so I missed it.
That's what it sounded like to me as well.
Yeah, that's what I took away from it too. All right. Okay. Okay, this next call was at 3:30, and like I told you guys earlier, some of these calls, this is a CASO call, so sometimes the times are, they kind of overlap. They're not exactly, right in line. I did the best I could. So, but this is Denise Coakley. I think she's also got a married name as Heidel or something like that, or maybe Coakley is her married name. I don't remember, but it's pretty short. Let me get the link here. All right, here we go. I got the right link. Nope, that's not the right link. Try that again. I apologize. Trying again. Still didn't take the link. What the world's going on? Technical difficulties.
Just me said that the other place besides TNA Motors Sports was Shambo's. Technical difficulties. Does that ring a bell with anybody? Just me said.
It almost seems like I've heard that before, but I'm not going to swear to it. But there's another towing company that I thought brought the trailer, and it wasn't that name. It was. I'd have to actually look at the paperwork unless somebody else can remember in the live chat. Anyway, let's try this link again. There we go.
Jamie County Sheriff's Department.
Yes. I was given this number for John Beering.
Beering? Okay, he's out of the office. What do you need?
I had talked to the photographer, Teresa, on Monday morning at 11:35, and I just talked to her business associate, Tom Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And he just asked me to go ahead and let you guys know, so because you're trying to put a timeline together.
Okay. I'll switch you to his office.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, we don't get to hear the back end of that call, as usual. So, and there's another part of I think we do get to hear this call in another section, I think, but we don't get to it today. So anyway, this next call was another oddball, and I've got written down, and this is at 5:06 p.m. Mike Zielinski, I think I heard that correctly, calls about helping with the search. I think that's what he says. Let me pop the link in. Got some others call about helping too.
Sheriff's Department, Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm sorry to bother you this evening, but my name is Mike Zielinski. I live along the West Twin River.
Mm-hmm.
We have property on both sides of Cold Y.
Okay.
And I wanted to get a phone number of the person that's coordinating, not the law part of this search, but the volunteer search.
Okay.
Do you have that?
I can take your number down and give that number to them.
Sure, why don't you? I just want to give them permission to make sure that they go through their
Okay, your name again was Michael
Zielinski?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zelinski?
Correct.
I worked with you at Pedromogo.
Who are you?
Karen Bauer.
Oh, you did get that job.
Yes, I did.
Good
And what's your phone number, Mike?
755.
Yep.
412 3.
1, 2, 3?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm also trying to get together a third party of my own where I work, and I would like that person to give me a call, so we could get together and get some people together.
Okay, I will have somebody give you a call, Mike.
Go on.
Thanks, bye-bye.
There's actually quite a few people that call offering to help or whatever. You're going to hear another one here in a bit if we get to it, which I think we probably will. About a lady, she calls in. She's got a horse and a dog, and is offering to help. I think that
reminded me so much of Fargo. Oh, I used to work with you.
Oh yeah, Fargo.
Yeah.
Great. What a great fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
All right. This next call is a lady. I've got her name written down here. Her name is Lorraine Waverick or something. She says it. You'll hear it. She says she saw a green Rav on the 31st. So another tip call. All right. Popping the link in.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Yeah, Karen, let me run this to you. This is Lorraine Waverick. And regarding Teresa, the missing girl, I've been contemplating calling because it seems to me I went to OSCO Monday around 11:30. And I didn't know if this was important or not because I may be way off the wall.
Okay.
She's a pretty girl. But I remember going to OSCO, and I remember as I was driving in by OSCO, I recognized this green car, the green van. I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's an ugly color, And so it just struck me that. And then when I saw the face of this person, I said, oh, what a pretty girl driving this car. And then I didn't think anything of it until on the news, the green, and I saw, and then and I saw that picture, and I'm going, gee, she looks familiar. And then, of course, that's all I have to say, but I thought to myself, I'm just going to pass this on.
Yeah, and we are taking that kind of information, if anybody did happen to see her, like a last place. So and your first name again was?
Lorraine.
Lorraine. Your last name?
Waverick, Wavruk.
And your phone number?
682-0967. And I thought, well, maybe they have cameras outside, maybe they have cameras inside. And it also could have been Dairy Queen, pulled out because...
And this was on Monday the 31st?
Right, and it was, and I remember we had to be somewhere around 11:30. So
in the morning, correct?
Correct, yes. And I feel better just passing this off. Like I said, I may be way off, but I feel better letting you know.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm still writing your information down to pass on. I may have seen the...
Can you give me 2167 9050?
Vehicle and victim at OSCO
or the Dairy
Queen along Memorial Drive.
Yeah, actually, it was, in the parking lot. One, because I know when I was leaving OSCO by the pharmacy side, it hits me like a car came from the Dairy Queen down there, one, in the back there, and then swung around by the prescription. So it could have been then that I saw her, and I'm thinking maybe even picked up a prescription. So, for what it's worth, I just said, and my husband says, why don't you call? And I'm going, I have peace of mind that I called.
Yeah, picking up.
Because as soon as
if they have any other questions, can they go ahead and call you?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot, Lorraine.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. She saw a green Rav the morning of the 31st.
And she thought it was an ugly color.
She did say that.
Yeah. Well, she cut her off, didn't she?
She did. All right. So this next call, yeah, this is an interesting call. And I know most of you probably remember it. There's a lady that's their neighbors with I guess Earl. I'm guessing it's Earl. It could be Chuck, but I think they're talking about Earl. Talking about NBC 26 or Channel 26 saying that Avery, she's saying that Channel 26 was doing this interview at Earl's house and that Stephen was down there. She's all scared. And
Oh,
listen to what
yeah. Mm-hmm.
listen to what this dispatcher says. This is nuts. All right, I'm gonna load this up here.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Hi, Karen. Do you have a minute to ask a question?
Okay.
Okay. I was calling. I live in the near area of this Stephen Avery.
Okay.
I just got done watching the.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Sure.
Thanks for holding. Can I help you?
Yeah. Is this Karen again?
Yep.
Oh. Karen, I just had a question to ask. I live in the near area of this Stephen Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I just got done watching the 6 o'clock news.
Okay.
And, I went to the bank this afternoon in Maribel, and I saw Channel 26 by our neighbors.
Okay.
And I'm watching the news, and he was there. He was there by our neighbors, by his brother.
Who was there?
Stephen.
Stephen Avery was?
According to the news, yeah, he was there. And I thought that he wasn't supposed to come back out of Cribbet until the investigation was over. And according to the news, he was by the brother, which is like, there's one house in between our house. We live out in the country.
Okay, did they talk to him, or did you just see him on the news?
I seen him on the news.
Okay, and that was the Channel 26 news?
Yep. And that's the channel that was parked there when I went to the bank in Maribel at about, 4 o'clock maybe. And
what's your neighbor's name?
It's Avery.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
brother. It's the brother.
Do you know what his first name is?
What's his name? But that's the brother that lives on the corner, and that's where they were broadcasting it from Melnick. So my question was he really there, or were they picking up him in Crivets and his mother when they did the interview? They interviewed the mother.
That'd be a question for Channel 26. You can call them. I believe they have a number in the phone book that you can.
Okay.
Or even if you go online, there's a number that's listed there. Yeah, I'm going to check with my. I
wondered if he's under police surveillance yet. Is what I'm wondering.
I would think so, but I can't say for sure. But I will pass this information along to my lieutenant on duty there, and just to make sure he wasn't there. But yeah, if you want to check with Channel 26 and just give yourself peace of mind and make sure.
Quite a few adults standing outside the house.
Okay. But you said it could have been a broadcast from the Crivets area, and it just kind of looked like he was there?
Together, maybe. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it would be a question for them, and I'm sorry I bothered you.
That's okay. That's understandable.
The whole property,
the
family is like 2 or 3 miles from our house.
Yeah, you're fine with questioning that. That's totally.
I have 5 little ones, and my husband works second shift, and I don't know.
Yep, peace of mind doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go ahead and call Channel 26 and just verify any information with them.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it wasn't this call. I think there's one more that's coming. Let's see here.
But still, for fuck's sake. I mean, she's scared to death because he's at his brother's house.
Yeah, it's not this. It's not this. This call is at 6:12. There's another call between. She's going to call back, but there's another call first.
I thought he wasn't supposed to come out of Crivets. She said.
Yeah. Police surveillance. By God.
She's got him guilty. Yeah.
I've got dispatcher ask about above call. I think she's talking to. I don't know if she's talking to Cedar or who she's talking to on this call. I'm going to play it though. This is a little bit later after she calls, but again, after this call, I'm fixing to play. She's going to call back.
Okay.
May I talk Sheriff's Department? Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Karen, it's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Just to give you a heads up, Dennis Slight has 4 or 5 right now, so if you need to make contact with him by telephone, he's got 4 or 5.
Okay.
And he's at the command post for...
Yep. He is there now. He didn't call 23, but I'll mark him 23.
Yep.
Hey, I have a question for you, assuming that you were out there. You may know a little bit of this or whatever. Is Stephen Avery is he supposed to stay up in Crivets under police surveillance, or is he allowed to come back down to the property?
I have no idea. Was there a question in reference to that?
Yeah, a neighbor called in. She was watching the 6 o'clock news, and Stephen Avery's brother, who lives on the corner there, I don't know who that is, she didn't know his first name, but he had Channel 26 News at his residence at around 4 p.m., and they did a live interview.
Okay.
And she swears Stephen Avery was in that picture.
Really?
She is scared to death. She's like, is he still under supervision? I said, honestly, I couldn't tell you. And she said they did an interview with him. She goes, I don't know if it was like broadcasted from up in Crivets and it just made it look like he was here. She goes, but I swear he was here. So I told her, I said, you need to call Channel 26 if you don't feel comfortable with, staying where you are. I said, call them and ask them where they did the interview, the broadcast from.
Before, what I would recommend you do is contact Greg Cedar.
Okay.
And advise him of the telephone call.
Okay.
But it's my understanding he was supposed to stay up there until
and
return.
I mean, the last news broadcast I saw, he was under supervision that, he wasn't taking a shit without anybody knowing about it.
Well.
I can't believe she just said that. He's not under arrest. He's not under anything.
Yeah.
Unless there's something going on that I'm unaware of. This is still the 8th. He's not arrested yet.
That's right.
So.
He's guilty, though.
He's guilty. Yep. All right, I'm going to finish this out, and then we'll play the next one.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's all going on with all that, but I would maybe give Greg a call and give him a heads up on a telephone call. And
I'll do that right now.
Let him make the decision.
Okay, Mike. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we don't have the call to Cedar because this was the next call that I'm fixing to play. And this is the woman calling back.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, this is Lynn.
Lynn, is Karen in?
She is. She's, I'm sorry?
Is she busy?
Well, can I ask who's calling?
Well, I just had spoke to her. Do you have a minute?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had spoke to her a little bit ago, and she told me that I was a concerned citizen with this Stephen Avery. We live in the near neighborhood of this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And I guess I just would like a question answered, and I think being
the question is whether that was Steve on TV?
No, I know it was him.
Oh, okay.
My question was that him by the brother's house, because we live one house in between the brother and us.
Hang on 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, hang on 1 second again.
Okay.
Ma'am?
Yep.
Okay, Steve is free to come and go, just so you're aware of that. We were told we can tell you that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I can.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just,
Yep, just be safe, and if you don't, maybe, is your husband home, or?
No.
No?
Works second shift, that's what I'm scared about.
Okay, can you go somewhere by family or something like that elsewhere if you don't feel comfortable?
Not with 5 children.
Oh, somebody come by you? Yeah, because you sound very scared. I would probably say find a relative that can stay with you then.
Yeah, I'm scared, Lynn.
Oh.
I don't know if there's a need to be scared. When I talked to 26, she said she doesn't really think. She's not an analyst and predictor or anything, but he doesn't foresee that,
Yeah.
you know.
It just seems like you'd feel safer if there's somebody else with you. Hang on 1 second, okay, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
1, 2, 3, go ahead.
Yeah, you sound like you need somebody there with you. Any relative that can stay with you then?
Yeah, I'll proceed.
Why don't you give a call to one of them and let them stay, and that way you can feel safer yourself. Okay?
You have to go right away?
I do. I'm kind of busy.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Really?
Really? Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean,
Oh, brother.
guilty. Lock him up. Guilty. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting little revelation into more of the same old, same old. Anyway, we're going to move forward. This next call is from Cedar at 8 p.m. and he wants Mark Rohr's phone number, the DA for Manitowoc. He wants his phone number. It's not a very long call, so let's give this a listen.
May I talk to Sheriff's Department? Karen speaking. Can I help you?
Hi, Karen. Greg Shutter calling.
Hi.
As usual, I need a phone number.
That's okay.
Mark Rohr's phone number, please.
Mark who?
Mark Rohr, District Attorney.
Okay. Probably in here. Okay. Search. Home phone you want?
Yes, please.
686-0809.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a cell there?
Yes, no, pager I have listed.
Give me a pager, just in case.
Okay, 901-4217.
Thank you.
Sure, bye.
Interesting that Deputy Inspector Cedar would be calling Mark Rohr on the night of the 8th. For what? Not his case. Anyway, I will tell you all this next call. She gives her name, but I can't remember it. I'm pretty sure this is a call that we were asked to withhold for a period of time until Zellner did whatever our investigators did. It's not. I mean, it's been in the playlist for quite some time now, so this is not. It's there. So let's give this a listen.
Lewinsky?
No, this is not Sowinski. This is Ms. Lay. Remember, she saw some weird stuff on her way home from work.
Okay.
Remember?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here we go.
Lieutenant Simon.
Hi, Donna. It'll be her when I hang up. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. Lieutenant Simon.
Yeah. I'm calling about something that was bothering me.
Okay.
That I saw, and I can't remember if it was Monday night or Wednesday night.
Okay.
But I was on my way home from work.
Okay.
And it was probably about 10:15. And I live out in Larrabee. And
okay.
I turned on...
Hold on. Trying to keep up with you as I'm writing here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I turned when I got to Kings Bridge.
Okay, what road were you on?
On Q.
Okay.
And I was going towards Larrabee on Q.
Okay.
And then there was, I don't know, maybe a mile or so up the road, it was past, there's a new house built. And then there's another house that has a lot of animals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one more house after that.
Okay, and it's just to the north of Kingsbridge?
Right.
Okay.
And after that house, there was a truck pulled in, like a small driveway area. And there was a pickup truck and two guys with the back of the truck down. And I slowed down a little bit just because to see, first of all, I thought maybe bow hunters, but it struck me kind of funny because it was kind of late for that. And I just thought about it the other night.
Okay, which side of the road was this on?
I was going towards Larrabee, so it would have been on the right-hand side.
Right-hand side.
But now today I went by because I just thought about it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And today I went by because I wasn't quite sure where I had seen the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And that seemed kind of odd, too, because right where they were parked is like not a gravel pit, but there's like a lot of big rock in there.
Yeah.
And it's not a place where you see a lot of trucks going in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It was just odd because
Okay.
it was late.
Can I get your name and everything so in case we need to have an investigator get back to you?
Sure. Melissa Lee. Leigh.
Leigh. And now you spell your Melissa.
Melissa.
SSA. You have a middle initial, Melissa?
M.
M. Date of birth?
4/6/63.
And address?
5123 Highway 147. Maribel.
And a phone number for them to get back to you on?
755 4504.
04. So you said this was either Monday or Wednesday night?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was Monday because I wondered if my brother was out on our land. I don't know. It was just.
Okay. About how far north of Kingsbridge would you say approximately? Half mile, mile?
Oh, I'd say, I don't know. I'm not good at this. Maybe a mile.
Okay. What did the driveway look like? So if I go out there, I kind of have is there something there that would kind of tell me this is the driveway, or?
Well, it's not even. I don't even know if it's.
It's like a field access, or?
Yeah, but
Okay.
rocks are right there. I mean,
Okay, so I should be looking for a bunch of rocks, huh?
yeah, it's like a pit of kind, but.
Okay. I'll turn this over to the investigators, and I may even stop up there myself and take a look around.
Okay. And I work second shift, so.
Okay.
If they wanted to contact me at night, they're not going to be able to do that.
Okay. So the two guys with a pickup truck.
Mhm. And I don't think that I don't recall the truck having a cab on it.
Okay. Remember what color it was?
No, it was dark and.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. And they had the tailgate down,
Yes.
but you couldn't see what they were doing.
No.
Okay. I'll take a look at it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a strange call. I don't know any results. I clearly, I guess that nothing was found. Um, yeah, a little bit of an unusual call. And she sounded a bit more serious than a lot of the calls that you hear come in.
How long
Anyway.
ago was that you had to kind of hold it back? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, we had to hold it for, well, from the time we got them, probably, well, it was at least 60 days. It may have been a little bit longer than that, but it's at least 60 days we had to hold it. But it's been in the playlist for a long time. It's once we given the green light and it got put in. And I think it's probably in the key calls as well. So anyway, all right, this next call, it's 7:35 p.m. and this is a Tom Klein, and he reports hearing a couple of gunshots. And this is the last call for the 8th. We'll be moving into the 9th after this one. So hold on here. I did see that Bethany had made a comment before we do this call. Yeah, the felon in possession of a firearm for Avery. Yeah, there was for people that don't know, maybe you're a little bit newer to the case. Bethany's right because Stephen was given a hunting license, and I think it was Deb Strauss, and actually I'm sure it was Deb Strauss. She went inside out to get all that shit reversed, and we've got the paperwork on that. What all they did. I mean, I don't, we don't know what was said to him when he left, but he applied for a hunting license. I'm taking it for granted that he reported everything that he was supposed to report on his, your application for your hunting license. So I don't know. It was a pretty big flub. Monica says, if that was law enforcement reason for an arrest, possession of a firearms, and not for evidence of him killing Teresa, then there you go. That's proof they set him up and framed him. Well, the problem being is that, of course, the firearms were Raleigh's, and they were in the house, and he lived there. They were near him. That's the whole issue, and they made that excuse, That's so they could arrest him on the 9th, get him stop the depositions, which, again, I think that was a huge mistake. Depositions should have moved forward. Anyway, I'm going to play this next call. Yep. I'm going to play this next call. It's Tom Klein.
Kelly McClone, Sheriff.
Yeah, hi. This is Tom Klein.
Yes.
I live in Manitowoc. And for the last couple of months, I've been out by my friend's land on off of County Trunk Q.
Mm-hmm.
And last week I was there on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, about 2:35, I heard two loud shots, pow pow, like that. Didn't sound like a shot.
Okay. Let me see if I have an investigator here. Are you referring to some information that you may want to give us regarding the Halbach case?
Sure.
Okay. I think I saw an investigator walk in. Let me see if I can catch him. Let me put you on hold, Tom, okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hello, is this Tom?
Yeah.
Hi, Tom. This is Investigator Baldwin with Calumet Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
Hi. Why don't you tell me what you had told dispatch here?
Well, I have a friend that lives off of County Trunk Q, Dick Crummel. He lives south of Fisherville Road there.
Okay, what's his last name?
Dick Crummel, K-R-U-M-E-L. For the past 2 months, I've been clearing cedar trees and trickle ash off of an old horse barn that we found. And I was there last week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And Wednesday afternoon, I heard two quick shots. That bang. Yeah. To tell you the truth, it's like, my son's a police officer. We went to the game in St. Anne Sunday, and I told him. It didn't sound like no shotgun.
Right.
It sounded like an automatic something, either pistol or rifle. And from what I could discern, the shots came from the south. But with my hearing and reverberating off the trees, it could just as well have been to the north up the road, or more to the west. But it was definitely in that area.
In the area of Avery?
Well, not...
Or the quarry?
Somewhere around hearing distance of Crummel.
Okay, and where do they live?
He lives south of Fisherville Road. I'm kind of familiar with this.
Because I'm not familiar with that area, Tom, so I'm not sure where Fisherville Road is.
It's south of the redundant gravel pit.
Okay.
South of whose
and
pit?
there's old gravel pits south of Dickey's that are
Which border Avery's land, right?
no, it just borders Pew. All of it. So it's the Dunn's gravel pit and the county gravel pit, they all interconnect.
Yeah, right. Mhm. Okay. All right, Tom. Is it Thomas?
Yep.
Okay. Thomas, what's your middle initial?
J.
J. And Klein, K-L-E-I-N?
K-L-E-I-N.
Okay. And a phone number for you, Tom.
682-9435.
9435?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your...
I called up tonight and he said, did you call and tell him what you...
Uh-huh.
heard? And I said, no. Well, you should.
Okay, what's your address, Tom?
1113 South 36th Street.
Okay, is that yours or Manitowoc?
Manitowoc.
So you live in the city and got some land out there and we're clearing it now?
My best friend does.
Okay, and it was Wednesday afternoon for sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it was 2 shots, huh?
2 shots.
Okay. All right. Anybody else out there with you that heard that?
I asked Dickie because he was there, but his hearing is worse than mine, and he may have been in the house.
Okay. What's your date of birth, Tom?
Pardon?
What's your date of birth?
10/23/41.
Okay. Are you going to be around tomorrow, Tom?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to pass this along to the other investigator. We're going to be following up on some tips tomorrow that we've gotten throughout the last several days and kind of decipher what's relevant from what we have and what we're going for and stuff like that. And
yeah, I don't know if it's relevant or...
Well, you know what? Something like this, you never know. You know what I mean? Something little could lead into something else, you know what I mean? It just kind of snowballs. So it's not that this isn't relevant at all. Every little bit helps. It kind of puts the big puzzle together, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm going to talk this over. You know, we're going to have a lot of stuff here, and, you know, we'll kind of decipher what we need, who we need to follow up with again. So you might be hearing from us again, and we'd probably stop out tomorrow maybe sometime and talk to you, okay?
All right.
All right, thanks for the info, Tom. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Interesting. Not sure what he heard, but a couple of pops south of Redont on Fisherville. I don't know that area well enough to, pinpoint that exactly. I'd have to pull up, Google Earth or a map or something. But anyway, talk to Investigator Baldwin.
Not too far away.
Nope. And I saw Travis had joined us. Hello, Travis. Thanks for dropping by. We're into November. I think we're actually fixing to. Yeah, we're actually into November 9th. Actually, we're fixing to be. This is. Yeah. I think that may have been the last call. Hold on here. Let's get too far here. Yeah, this next call is at 12:16 a.m. on the 9th. This is the first call that I grabbed for the 9th from Manitowoc. And this caller wants to know if they've searched a certain area. I don't remember exactly what all said, but I don't think it's a very long call. Okay, pop it in here.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, Katie speaking.
Yeah, I have a question. This is a very odd question, but in the search for that Halbach woman, did they look between, and I might have my roads wrong, Old Y and Y along the river?
I honestly don't know where they've exactly searched. The search is being coordinated by Calumet County, actually.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I can put you through to Calumet County.
Sure.
Okay, just a moment.
I'm going to tell you, the several calls I listened to beginning on the 9th, they really start shuffling things to Calumet County. Obviously, everything's pretty much been found that they're going to be using. So everything now is getting really pushed off of Manitowoc to Calumet. I noticed that several times. So this next call, this is dispatcher calling someone on scene and ask if the ambulance or the fire department were there, because apparently she's had them listed as on their paperwork as being there for the last 2 days, but she don't believe it, so she's going to double check. This is at 6:21 a.m. Just a second. Okay.
Manitowoc County Sheriff Lori speaking.
This is 736.
Hi, how's it going out there?
So far, so good.
Okay, I didn't know if that was you. We had a bunch of static, and I had just called you, and I thought, uh-oh.
No, I had checked my radio, and it was I turned my portable off after, and it was still going on, so I don't know whose radio it was.
Yeah, I hope it stops now like it is. Hey, I got two questions, or one question. Are there fire personnel or ambulance personnel still sitting out there on standby?
If they're in the if they'd be in the command center, then there's no personnel. Otherwise,
because we've had Kellnersville Fire and Mishicot Fires on standby for like 2 days, and I don't know if that's accurate anymore. They haven't told us. I thought if I just asked you, maybe you could tell me if their units were out there.
Hilbert's all out, Rockwood's out, Francis Crick was out. There was 2 from there. Doesn't look like there's anybody in as far as fire department.
Dang it, I didn't even know any of those guys were there. Wow, I'm clearing them off. All right. Thank you. How long are you there today?
Till about half hour.
Okay.
7.
Okay, you can stay awake.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So, interesting little call. Nobody on scene. She's got listed as on scene. Ultra says, yeah, this was an interesting call. I'm not exactly sure who's on this call. I didn't really recognize the voices, but dispatch calls and talks to an officer. Officer says he has something, but he won't say on air. If anybody recognizes these voices, please let me know, because I didn't. Just a second.
Nothing they can do, really. Out in the garage, I got one of them. I could get you when I'm going up. We can go up. Hey. What's on your schedule this morning? Nothing. You probably know more than I do.
Oh, yeah, I know some stuff. I don't want to say it over the air.
Right.
Did you catch that? I know some stuff, but I'm not going to say it on the air. Always bothers me. Continue on.
I'm thinking if we move to that VFW club, I was going to go to them.
What do we need?
I'm thinking, just some regular tape, and them big posters, like when you're in classes, flipboards or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if we could get a couple of those, if they start doing timelines and just writing down notes and they could tape them on walls or whatever.
Sure, I can line that up.
Anything you could think of that, they might need. I think it just saves us a trip. You have something that you think we need, and maybe, I don't know.
Well, we got a count over at Badger, don't we? Badger office supplies or whatever.
Probably do, yeah. Yeah, so instead I thought just...
So they're going to be there at what time? 8?
Well, they're going to go to the fire department at 8. I don't think there's going to be many people left at the thing so far as you get. If you come, but just if you're there and somebody does need something.
Okay, so you're definitely going to need a second person at checkpoint.
No searchers today.
Okay, because Randy was, or Jason would have done it, but...
Yeah, tell him he can disregard.
Okay.
Or if nothing else, yeah. And I don't know if let's say it's going to take you a little bit longer and Jason just wants to sit by the command post in case anybody needs anything. He kind of seen how things were yesterday.
I should be up there before 8. I'm going to wrap things up here.
I think we got most of it at the department.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks much.
Later. Bye.
So, no searchers today. Now, remember, now we're moving into the 9th. And remember what happens today here in about 6 hours, 7 hours from now, when all hell breaks loose and Sipple calls in with finding 2 5-gallon buckets full of bones and needing, 40 trooper, whatever, They want to keep it within law enforcement. So I guess civilian searches were done. I don't really know how to read this yet because, again, this is
Called
mandatory.
off,
I'm sorry.
maybe? Called off, maybe?
I don't know. He was really vague. He knows some stuff, but he's not going to say it on the air. Okay.
Was he wanting, like, Post-it notes to something about a timeline?
Poster board, I think, is really what he was looking for.
Oh, poster board, okay.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I took from it. So, anyway. Okay. This next call, this is where this lady calls and she has to call back. So there's 2 calls here. She calls and offering to bring her horse and dog, but this dispatcher makes her call back. So you'll get to hear that. So here's the first call.
What's the address of the emergency?
Actually, I have a question. It's about the Halbach investigation.
Okay, can you call back on a different line?
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
I can't figure out how to get it.
That's
well,
all right.
It's not that I have information or anything like that. But I'm just inquiring about offering services to help.
Okay, sure. Call back at 683.
Hold on, I guess I need something to
Sure.
write this down.
Are you calling from De Pere?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I can't believe we got the call here. Okay, or did they transfer you here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't get anything.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. 683-4201. And then we'll send you out or take your information and check with the lieutenant that's out there.
Okay, that's terrific. Thank
All
you.
right.
Well, I'm willing to bring my horse and my dog.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
And I'm going to go right on into where she calls back.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Pam speaking.
Good morning, Susie Riddle.
Yeah, it just talked to. I want you to call back on the other line. You said your first name is Susan?
Susie.
Susie.
Yes,
Yes. And last name?
Riddle, R-I-D-D-L-E.
Okay, and I've got your number here, I think, 337-2231?
That's right. And I'll be at that number. And if what I was going to, if you can relay the message, obviously there's transferring calls back.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
fine.
calling early because I have a horse and a dog.
Okay.
That if they have any large areas to search that aren't too wet, and we just have a lot of rain.
Exactly.
We can't take horses for safety reasons.
Yeah.
When it does that,
Okay, what I'm going to do, Susie, I'm going to give your number, like I said, to the lieutenant, and he'll probably call you back then.
Right, and if he thinks it would be of value, we can come.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Given what we found out, which I had read before, but it completely, went over my head, the Julie Kramer dog report, they had civilian searchers with dogs, and they also had Midwest Canine.
Yep.
So who else was out there that we just absolutely have no idea? And what did they find? Nothing. We have absolutely nothing. So this next call is again from Kevin Halbach, calling back. It's pretty early. I don't remember the time, but you'll see it here when it pops up. He wants info on 2 people. So let me cue that up. 7:08 a.m.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Morning, Lori. This is Kevin Halbach with DCI.
Yes.
I'm looking for information on 2 subjects that I hope you probably have in your records.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay. The first one is a Joe or Joseph Mott, M-O-T-T.
And you said this is DCI?
And I will tell you, they did interview Joseph Mott for sure. It's in a DCI report. Don't ask me which one, but they did.
Yeah, I'm with DCI.
And what's the other name?
A David Krieger. That's all the information I have. I'm assuming that they're from the Chicago or Two Rivers area.
And what particular information did you need?
Full ID information if you have it, and an address.
Joe Mott, I'm not showing anything for. I have 2 David Kriegers. One's an adult, one's a juvenile.
Let's go with the adult.
I have an address in Reedsville of 410 Green Meadow Drive, apartment 25. 410 Green Meadow Drive, apartment 25. And a date of birth of 1/14/64. Male, white, 5'8", 240 pounds, brown.
Middle initial?
H is in Henry.
Okay. Is there a phone number with that?
No, I don't have one listed.
Okay. Very good.
Sorry.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, that second one, I don't remember them interviewing him. They might have, but I do remember that Joseph Mott did get interviewed. This next call is from a guy named Norbert, and I've got B down. I don't remember his last name. He wants someone to come out. He saw something, and it's the second time he's called. He talked to a detective apparently a couple days prior. Queuing it up.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Morning, Lori. This is Kevin Halbach with DCI.
Yes.
I'm looking for information on 2 subjects.
I did it again. Apologies.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Hi, Lori. This is Norbert Boncher. I live in Maribel. And I was just wondering about this girl that's missing, Teresa. I don't know but if it's anything to it, but last week we had a car over here by us shut off its lights and drive down the hill by itself. I'm only 2 miles down the road from where this girl is missing. So I'd like to have somebody come out if they could, and I explain what, maybe it's nothing at all. Maybe it's just a couple of teenagers that shut their lights off and went down that road. It's barricaded because they're building a new bridge down there.
Okay, what is your address?
It's 14818 Hilltop Road.
And your name again?
Norbert Boncher, B-O-N-C-H-E-R.
Your middle initial, Norbert?
C.
Your phone number?
It's 755-3115. I called on Sunday, but nobody got back to me.
Really?
Yeah, I called a detective on,
Okay.
and the answering service said they'd get back to me, but nobody ever did.
Okay. What's your date of birth, Norbert?
11/28/38.
Okay, you're going to be home today?
Yeah, with this wind, we're not going no place.
Okay. Okay, I'll have an officer stop by or call you.
Thanks very much.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Okay. So, moving on. Yeah, this is
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, I've called before. Nobody called me back. This next
I
call,
kind of like to hear that again. Reminds
call?
me of, pushing the RAV onto the Avery salvage yard, but I realize it wasn't there, but somebody had their lights off. And will you play that again?
I will.
I don't recall this one either. Ever hearing this one?
I remember hearing this Norbert call, but I don't remember anything coming of it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's our County Sheriff's Department. Lori speaking.
Hi, Lori. This is Norbert Boncher. I live in Maribel, and I was just wondering about this girl that's missing, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know but if it's anything to it, but last week we had a car over here by us shut off its lights and drive down the hill by itself. I'm only 2 miles down the road from where this girl is missing. So I'd like to have somebody come out if they could, and I explain what, maybe it's nothing at all. Maybe it's just a couple of teenagers that shut their lights off and went down that road. It's barricaded because they're building a new bridge down there.
Okay, what is your address?
It's 14818 Hilltop Road.
And your name again?
Norbert Boncher, B-O-N-C-H-E-R.
Your middle initial, Norbert?
C.
Your phone number?
It's 755-3115. I called on Sunday, but nobody got back to me.
Really?
Yeah, I called a detective on,
Okay.
and the answering service said they'd get back to me, but nobody ever did.
Okay. What's your date of birth, Norbert?
11/28/38.
Okay, you're going to be home today?
Yeah, with this wind, we're not going no place.
Okay. Okay, I'll have an officer stop by or call you.
Thanks very much.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Yeah, interesting call.
Okay, so that's on the 9th.
That's right.
So the day of the week would be Wednesday or Thursday?
The 5th was on Saturday,
When-
so that would have been Tuesday, Wednesday, 5th, 6th. Yeah, I guess, yeah,
And he
Wednesday or
said
Thursday.
he
Called
said
on
he
Sunday.
called on Sunday, so he
Yep.
called the 6th.
Yep.
I find that very interesting. Didn't he say he lived in Maribel, 2
Yep.
miles away?
Yep.
Very interesting. Nobody got back to him.
Well, the way you hear this next call, and dispatcher talks to, I'm not exactly who she's talking to, but she's not happy. And where do you hear that? I'm gonna cue it up.
Nashville County Sheriff's Department. Lori speaking.
Yeah.
I was instructed by Todd Herman that a tip that I got from some caller should go to the beat car. I tried to forward the information out to him, and he said, I can't take that. I can't do anything with it, blah, blah, blah. Give it to the beat car, take the information. So it ends up being in the Manitowoc City jurisdiction. I don't know if Todd still wants me to send a county guy, or if he wants Manitowoc PD to do it, or do you know?
What do you have to do with it?
Well, they found a T-shirt, and it was hauled in from one of the gravel pits that Redance owns.
Did you catch that? Had a T-shirt brought in from one of the gravel pits the Redoubt's on, and they're trying to turn this thing in, and they can't get anywhere with it. Pretty piss poor. Moving on.
So he wants to turn it in.
I think you can give that to the city because they got 2 guys working out there.
That's okay with you? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought we had a better plan than this.
No, we're actually not supposed to be involved in it.
So when things are found in our county or people have information, we're supposed to give it to who?
Well, I would start with Cedar or Todd, but then I don't know. You got to check with Calumet because they're running the investigation. So.
Well, that's what I was trying to find out.
Yeah,
but Todd then therefore said he couldn't help me. So now I got another guy sitting that said he called last week, and he's still waiting for an officer to call him back, reference a suspicious vehicle. So I don't know what to do with that.
You have what?
A guy who lives up on Maribel Road called in a suspicious vehicle to a detective at the beginning of the week, and is still waiting for an officer to call him back.
Well, you should remind somebody up there on that.
Who? Todd kind of just blew me off.
Well, everybody send one of our guys. One of our guys can take that. Well, you should remind somebody up there on that.
Who? Todd kind of just blew me off.
Well, everybody send one of our guys. One of our guys can take that. I mean, that's not nothing to do with
Okay, and then when I do get these, am I making a separate incident number on them all? Or am I messaging it in?
So we don't know is or isn't associated with it, so.
Okay.
But if that gravel sits in the city, I'd have them check it and just tell them that it may be as a result of this. So.
Well, the item found, property item is in the city.
Yeah.
But he's saying it was hauled in from one of the Shoto locations.
Is this staticky on your side too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it to the city, and then I'll give the other one to beat car.
Okay.
Well, the beat car is going to be on training. Is Pete covered?
Yeah, Pete's covered.
Pete's covered one?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, she's pretty damn aggravated. I repeated that. Todd just blew me off. I mean, he's pretty high up.
Wow.
Rank-wise. Yeah, just blew me off.
Wow.
That's what I said when I first heard it. I'm like, wait, what?
They don't care. They're not following up on anything. They've got their guy.
Well,
they got their story.
And you notice that everything now is us. Manitowoc handle that. That's not our case. We're not handling that. It's every call
Right.
now.
I think she's talking about Todd Herman, right?
She is, absolutely. She's talking about Todd Herman.
Yeah. That wasn't Todd she was talking to. She was talking about Todd.
She's talking about Todd. That's correct. Okay. Moving on. This next call is at 9:01 a.m. It's Kevin Halbach, and he wants the number for probation and parole. It's a short call.
One more thing, Jack, before you go.
Yep.
She said, so should I just write up a new incident report for each one of these? And he's like, well, we don't know if it's associated or not. So, there could be some reports out there that don't have the Avery case on them.
That's right. And that's been a problem the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
The entire time we've been looking at this case and trying to get, all the incident numbers that are associated with this. It's been a huge problem.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Frustrating.
All right, next call. Queuing up. Oops, that didn't work. Try that again. Let me pause that. Let me recopy this link. I don't know what the hell that was all about. There we go.
Sheriff's Department, good morning. Shelley speaking.
Good morning, Shelley. This is Kevin Halbach. I'm with DCI.
Yes, Kevin.
Do
do you have a phone number for the probation and parole office in Manitowoc?
Sure. It's 683-4590. I can transfer you over.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hang on.
Thanks.
Thus, into that call, he was talking to somebody in probation and parole. No idea what that's about. Now, this next caller, if I understood him correctly, he says he's got a big pond, and apparently he wants somebody to come check it out.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Yes, good morning. I was calling. I got this number out of the paper. My wife is insistent that I call the police and report that we had seen somebody Monday or Tuesday of last week, and I kind of been putting it off because I thought maybe they'd get around here eventually. I own one of the big ponds here.
Okay, sure. I can take your address and your name and have an officer stop by.
Yeah, if they could just stop and have somebody come and talk to me. My wife's bugging me.
Sure.
Till I call. If I don't call, she's gonna bug me till I.
Not a problem. Could you just hold the line a few moments for a moment, and I'll get your information?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Okay, what is your address, please?
My address is 10325.
Is that a Kelnersville mailing address or otherwise?
No, it's Whitelaw, I believe. I'm not really sure.
You're not sure of your mailing address?
Well, it's Two Rivers.
Two Rivers. That helps me. I just need the address to verify.
It's in Whitelaw.
Okay. I just need your mailing. And your name, please?
Robert Rushlow.
Your middle initial, Rob?
Yeah.
L as in Lincoln?
L as in Lou.
Spell your last name for me?
Rocheelea.
And I need your phone number?
755-525.
585. And also need your date of birth, Robert.
12/9/62.
Are you home right now?
Yeah, I'm going to be here for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
He's still working around 1 o'clock.
Okay, we'll have someone either stop by or talk with you before that.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
That's another name I didn't recognize anybody taking a tip for or anything. I don't know if you did or not, but I sure did.
Shouldn't they be referred to Calumet?
Oh, no, we're going to check this pond out. All right, this next call is at 11:58 a.m.
Jack?
Yep. Yep.
Travis wanted to know the date and time of the parole and probation call. It was on the November 9th.
Correct. And
What's the one right before this one?
Yeah, that was Kevin Harmel from the DCI. It was at 9:01 a.m.
On the 9th.
On the 9th. All these are on the 9th.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, this next call is Lieutenant Syme calling Link, wanting some kind of direction. I don't remember the particulars, but let's give it a listen. I don't think it's a really long call. Queuing it up.
Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Yes, good morning. I was calling. I got this number out of.
I did it again. I don't know why it's not copying. I apologize. Try that again. There we go.
Lieutenant, sir.
Yeah, Jeff.
Hey, Jim. What do you want me to do with these? I'm getting these calls from property owners right around the Avery residence indicating that they've had suspicious activity on their property.
Take the information on
note or whatever and give it to dispatch. They're starting a folder for...
Okay. Because this guy leaves at 1 o'clock. I didn't know if we want to give him a
Oh, he's
call.
going to be there today at 1. Tell him we'll get in touch with him as soon as we can.
Okay. I'll just put it in the bin that the dispatch
Yeah, they got a
started.
folder started at dispatch. So.
Okay. We'll do.
Whatever information you think is relevant, and put it in there.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
Okay. So this next call is from Cedar. It's just a few minutes later at 12:05, and he wants a house number for Earl Avery. Queuing it up.
Mantua County Sheriff's Department, Lori speaking.
Hi, Lori. Great. Can you give me a house number for Earl Avery? Or address right away.
Yeah, 4479. 6904 County Y.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Interesting, but as we all know, everything in the world going on today with the Averys, they're all being hauled down to Aurora Medical Center with search warrants that have been written for a couple days. So I'm guessing that's what he wanted. But I'm not sure why they wouldn't have already had Earl's home address, but it doesn't matter. We all know what happened on the night. This next call is just a few minutes later, and I think it was Herman calling and wanting the number for the Humane Society, which I don't remember anything going on with this either, but that doesn't mean anything. So, queuing it up.
Good morning, Mantua County Sheriff's Department. Katie speaking.
Hey, Katie.
Todd.
Todd calling. Can I get the number for the Humane Society?
(684) 5401.
5401. Who's the town constable up in this area? Avery Road? Lee Gibson?
This is funny.
Richard Wagner.
What? What are you laughing at?
Oh, 776-1933. He likes his alcohol.
1933.
33.
Oh, is he the guy that lives up on
Q? Yeah.
Richard Wagner?
Yep. Thank you, Wagner.
All right, thank you.
All righty. Bye.
Had a nice little chuckle about this guy. So apparently he likes to swim around in the tequila a little bit. I don't know, but apparently she does. So this next, I think this next one is a radio transmission from Sipple, and it's at 1:41 p.m. And this preludes his next call, which is at 2:11. So let's pull this up. I'm pretty sure this is radio dispatch. I think my notes are not. I didn't write a good note for this one. Queuing it up.
2922, you're on the south of that storm, am I correct? I've got a DCI agent here. I'm thinking we're going to go down and take a look at those items that he found in that other quarry that we looked at this morning.
I pause it here for a reason. I'm going to go down and take a look at the other these items he found in that other quarry. Can somebody help me out here? What items is he talking about?
Yeah, I couldn't understand a word of that, Jack.
You may back it up and play it again a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got a DCI agent here. I'm thinking we're going to go down and take a look at those items that he found in that other quarry that we looked at this morning.
Got a DCI agent here. We're going to go down and take a look at those items that we found in that other quarry this morning. I have no idea what he's talking about. Because as far as I knew, the only items they found were in the Redont quarry. All those ash piles and so forth. It's really unclear, and Sipple's reports are a train wreck. They are wrong, especially the one on the 9th. It is so wrong, it's incorrect. So anyway, this caught my ear, especially since we're really looking hard at the quarry and Cuss Road and all that. We got just a little bit more. This is pretty short.
10-4.
Okay, so that's the end of that one. So, okay, we do have another call before the Sipple radio transmission, or the Sipple call. And this is at 1:44 p.m. Todd Herman calling wants Josh Redant's phone number. (1:44 p.m.) All right, I'm gonna cue it up.
Sandstorm Church, Department Carey speaking.
Hey, Gary. Tom calling.
Hi.
Can I get the phone number for Josh Redant?
His home phone number?
Whatever phone numbers you got for him, I'll take.
Okay, let me look. Were there phone numbers for Josh Redant over there somewhere for Todd? Okay, I'll look. Oh.
Yep.
Hold on.
I thought they had Redant's number. They've talked to him a bunch of times, for God's sake.
Okay, I have a home number.
A home?
Yep.
Home, okay, what is that?
755-4503.
Mm-hmm. So I think you want to head on. That's all you got?
Let me just... Do you want the one for Redant?
Sure.
Yeah, we also get the phone now. I'll see your time. We'll give it a call.
Okay, for the gravel pits, the number 682.
Okay.
7758.
All right, appreciate it.
Those are the only two I have.
All right.
Okay?
Thanks.
Yep, bye.
So the timing, I mean, not necessarily so much calling Redant, but the timing and the date to me is curious. 1:45, or, basically 1:45 p.m. on the 9th. Especially considering this next call coming. And this is the simple call where he talks to Captain Rush. And pay attention to what he says and what he requests, because he starts trying to paint a picture of Avery, which is complete bullshit. He has no idea what he's talking about. So I'm going to cue it up.
San County Sheriff.
Hey, Trace. Kelly.
Yes.
Can I speak to the captain, please?
Yes.
Cal
Dassey.
Hey, Paul.
What's up?
Did you hear? There are human bones that we found?
I heard about some of them, yes.
Yep, okay. We got another pile that we found.
Okay.
Bone in, and our crime scene has now expanded by about 2 miles. What we're looking at doing is trying to find, there's no way we can organize a search this evening. We're trying to find law enforcement staff for tomorrow morning to start searching. And I don't have a state patrol supervisor.
Okay, I'll call them. How many people are you looking for from them?
You know, if we can get up to at least 40, that'd be great.
Okay. What time?
And 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
At the command post.
Okay.
And then if you can check with the PDs, see what if they can provide any staff. I want law enforcement. At this point, we're not sure if we really want firemen. We want to stick with. We know what we're looking for evidence-wise, and we kind of want to stick with that.
Okay.
I have to pause this right here. How does he know what they're looking for evidence-wise?
Yeah. Very interesting call.
I see there's
and
go ahead.
He said, yeah, I know about some of them. And he said, yeah, we found another pile.
Yeah. Was there a comment here or a question? Maybe not. I see you and Bethany were talking a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm gonna back this up 5 seconds and we'll continue on.
What we're looking for evidence-wise, and we kind of want to stick with that.
Okay.
I got Drutson up at command post. I'm just covering a corner right now, and when I get back, I think he can provide us some manpower as well. So from Kaukauna PD.
Okay. And Drunen?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some scratch paper there?
Now what he's doing is he burned her in the backyard, and that was a real small pile that was left. And we got 2 5-gallon pails full down at this other site, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
There's absolutely no way he could know that. No way.
Miles away, about 1.5 miles away probably. And we got a few, we got more pails full out along the way somewhere. So.
Okay. How many people are you looking for from the PDs? How about if I just ask for more troopers?
More if they can spare them. I don't know if they're going to be able to spare them. If they can't get us 40 to 60. If we can't get 60 people out of the troopers, then let's try the PDs in as well.
All right. Of course, with my multiple problems that I have with this call, I could make a list. But just right off the top.
A lot of frickin' bones.
Well, number one, why didn't they stop and call the crime lab in and walk away?
Right. Good question, Jack.
And the coroner.
They did call the coroner, did they not?
No, the coroner wasn't brought in until they brought the coroner down on the 10th.
Oh, it's the 10th. Wasn't it the 9th that they Teresa's death certificate says?
Nope. It was the 10th while he was at the quarry.
Okay.
According to the reports that were written. Which
okay.
He couldn't have been possible, but I mean, this guy, I'm sure Seppel's been around the block, but he is, they found him, you flag it, you get the crime lab there. I mean, that's me, but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
And notice how he didn't want any firemen. He didn't want any, he wanted law enforcement only.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had that large of an area, then I'm going to back it up a couple of pops here, but he's asking for 60 troopers.
Bunch.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna back it up a couple of pops, and we'll continue on.
If they can't get us 40 to 60, if we can't get 60 people out of the troopers, then let's try the PDs in as well.
Okay.
And if we have at least 60 searchers, Because we're going to go in small. We got to get really tight, and we're going to have to search really small parameters.
Okay.
So, otherwise, I think that was kind of why we missed some of this stuff. We had so many people doing so large of areas that we were missing things, basically.
Okay.
I mean, we did good searching, but we were always looking for a body. Now we're looking for smaller.
Okay.
Smaller
have you looked through our scheduling? How many of our staff we can provide?
Not for tomorrow. I'm not at the command, but we're all kind of spread thin here right now. That's why I wanted to give you a call. We got tonight squared away, and this afternoon squared away for security. Oh, we're going to need another person for security, too. We're going to need 2 more people tonight for security. We got Joe coming in. I wish I don't have the schedule of that stuff in front of me. Work on tomorrow morning. Work on getting us people tomorrow morning, and then when Brett gets back to me, we'll go up and work on securing that crime scene till tomorrow morning.
Okay. Okay, I'll make some calls.
All right, thanks.
Yep, fine.
Securing that crime scene.
To me, this is one of the biggest red flag calls of everything we have. It's a major red flag.
No doubt.
And especially when you consider the report that he wrote. It's terrible. Anyway. Yeah, he burned in the backyard. He just left a little small pile there, but you did take one photo of any of it.
Yeah.
All right. This next call, we're moving back to Manitowoc. It's at 3:29 p.m. And Lieutenant Simon, he's talking to Herman, and he wants the roads closed. And I think this is where they close it off at Q, and I can't remember. Let me just play it.
We don't have pictures of all these bones either.
Well, not the 2 5-gallon buckets. We've got photos that Grand Chute and some others took, but we don't have photos of what Sipple got, as far as I know.
Right.
All right, here comes the next call.
They can come back out on Y. We just can't let them up Y.
Lieutenant Simon.
Hey, John.
Yes, Todd.
ASAP. We need Old Y and Q. We need Q closed down between Old Y and between Y. Between Fisherville and between Old Y. I don't know what you got left. If you got anybody, I know you're down to 4 guys. You're going to have to run them up there right now.
All right, give it to me again. You need what closed down from where to where?
I need Q closed down between Fisherville and Old Y. That way they can route around between Clark. I'm going to get County Highway rolling if you want to get some officers rolling.
I don't have any, but I'll send what I've got. So Fisherville and Old Y. All right, I'll work on it.
All right, if nobody's taking calls right now, it's in the...
Well, yeah, we've got a search warrant we're supposed to execute between 4 and 5, but I'll see what I can do. Okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Yeah, as soon as you can get it closed.
Will do. You don't have any resources up there, I take it?
No, we're running short right now. I'm going to check with some state patrol to get us some relief, but if you can actually call somebody in, actually you got Debbie coming in, send her right up here.
Yeah.
And we'll leave Mike on his post.
All right.
We need one more.
Okay. Well, she's not going to be in until 4, so it won't be right away.
Well, she's got to damn near be en route if she's coming.
Yeah, I can have her relieved, but I'll work on it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, I said that time wrong. I said 15:27, I think, or whatever. I wrote it down wrong. This was at 15:21, and so right after this call, Lieutenant Syme talks to Andy about blocking the road.
Silkman wanted you to play that call with the bones again.
Oh, the civil call?
Yeah.
I will. Okay, it's right here. Just a second. You got to tell Doc he's got to put down all his iPads and anything breakable. Okay, queuing it up, Doc.
Silkman County Sheriff.
Hey, Trace. Kelly.
Yes.
Can I speak to the captain, please?
Yes.
Kelsey.
Hey, Paul.
What's up?
Did you hear? There are human bones that we found?
I heard about some of them, yes.
Yep, okay. We got another file that we found.
Okay.
Going in, and our crime scene has now expanded by about 2 miles. What we're looking at doing is trying to find, there's no way we can organize a search this evening. We're trying to find law enforcement staff for tomorrow morning to start searching. And I don't have a state patrol supervisor.
Okay, I'll call them. How many people are you looking for from them?
You know, if we can get up to at least 40, that'd be great.
Okay. What time?
8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
At the command post.
Okay.
And then if you could check with the PDs, see what if they can provide any staff. I want law enforcement. At this point, we're not sure if we really want firemen. We want to stick with, we know what we're looking for evidence-wise, and we kind of want to stick with that.
Okay.
I got Drutson up at command post. I'm just covering a corner right now. And when I get back, I think he can provide us some manpower as well. So from Kakana PD.
Okay. And Drunen?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some scratch paper there?
Now what he's doing is he burned her in the backyard, and that was a real small pile that was left. And we got 2 5-gallon pails full down at this other site about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. About 1.5 miles away probably. And we got a few, we got more pails full out along the way somewhere. So.
Okay. How many people are you looking for from the PDs? How about if I just ask for more troopers?
More if they can spare them. I don't know if they're going to be able to spare them. If they can't get us 40 to 60. If we can't get 60 people out of the troopers, then let's try the PDs in as well.
Okay.
And if we have at least 60 searchers, because we're going to go in small, we got to get really tight, and we're going to have to search really small parameters.
Okay.
So, otherwise, I think that was kind of why we missed some of this stuff. We had so many people doing so large of areas that we were missing things, basically.
Okay.
I mean, we did good searching, but we were always looking for a body. Now we're looking for smaller.
Okay.
Smaller
have you looked through our scheduling? How many of our staff we can provide?
Not for tomorrow. I'm not at the command, but we're all kind of spread thin here right now. That's why I wanted to give you a call. We got tonight squared away, and this afternoon squared away for security. Oh, we're going to need another person for security, too. We're going to need 2 more people tonight for security. We got Joe coming in. I wish I don't have the schedule of that stuff in front of me. Work on tomorrow morning. Work on getting us people tomorrow morning, and then when Brett gets back to me, we'll go up and work on securing that crime scene till tomorrow morning.
Okay. Okay, I'll make some calls.
All right, thanks.
Yep, bye.
Yeah, that call there, I'm just telling you, it's just, I've listened to this call probably 50 times.
It's a good one.
I really thought Doc would jump in, and of course he may have broke his iMac by now, and I know he hadn't had it that long. I'm kidding. Okay. Moving forward. Now remember the call, they were talking about having the road blocked. This is the follow-up where I think Simon's talking to Andy. And this is around 3:30. Yeah, around 3:30.
Lieutenant time.
Okay, Andy.
All right, they want us to block off between Fisherville and Old Y on Q. So County Trunk Q at Fisherville and at Old Y, I'll need a squad. So you and Sean, I'm setting up there. Eventually, I'm going to try to get some of you guys to relieve you guys, but head over there right away.
Okay, I'll move it along.
Okay, 10:33. Just
got something or what?
Don't know. They're not saying.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm in your own.
Okay. All right, bye.
And we have absolutely no idea what this is about at all. Don't run code. Don't turn your lights on. But get on over there. Hurry. Well, what the hell is it all about? And we don't know.
They don't want anybody to know.
Nope. This next call, we've got 4 more calls. This is, 4 more calls. So, do you remember the guy calling in about somebody in waiters? I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure do.
There's 2 parts to this call. I'm going to play the first part, and then I'll cue up the second part. The second
I haven't heard this for a long time.
Yeah, I hadn't either. The second part is a clip, but the first part, I think, is MTSO. Anyway, this is at 3:20. This is also at 3:29, so right around the same time, 3:30. All right, I'm going to cue it up.
Manitowoc Sheriff's Department, Terry speaking.
Yeah, I would like to turn something in here. Thursday, we were turkey hunting out by Richard Brown Forest.
Yes.
Okay, and there was a dark truck parked down the road on it would be on the south side of the road. It'd be the first driveway after the bridge where it crosses the West Twin River.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy walking down in the trails down there with waders on. Looked like he had waders on. And it was a dark-colored truck. I don't know if it was, my buddy said it was a green one. I don't know if it was green, blue, or black.
Okay.
You know, I saw the truck down there, but I didn't see the guy, and he saw the guy.
Okay.
So maybe I could help you, maybe not.
Okay. Help us with what, sir?
What's that?
Help us with what?
With this Avery thing.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to transfer to Calumet County, okay?
Oh, you're not handling it at all. Huh?
Well, we have to transfer these kind of calls there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm transferring you. Hang on.
All right, I'm going to open up this second link, and this is the second part of the call. Just 1 second. This should open up. Hopefully it won't break anything. Yep, here we go.
Calumet County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah. Hey, transferred me over here from the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
Okay, and on Thursday, we were turkey hunting down on, by 147. The 147 crosses the Manitowoc West Twin River.
Last week Thursday?
What's that?
Last week Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a dark truck parked on the first driveway east of the river and on the north side of the road. Dark-colored pickup truck. I couldn't say it was green, black, or blue, but I was quite a ways away. My hunting partner, he saw a guy walking down the trails with waders on. So I don't know if that can help you or not.
Can you leave your name?
Sure. Charles. S-P-I-E-R-I-N-G.
Okay, and a phone number?
920-682-8240.
What was his name again?
Daniel Katz. A-A-T-T-N-E-R. His phone number is 920-557.
Okay. I will.
He saw the guy, he saw the truck, and I saw the truck parked there. If it can help you, fine.
What road was that on?
That was on 147.
Okay. And that was on Thursday?
Last week, Thursday.
Okay. I will give this information to my investigators.
The truck was to the west of the river, west of the West Twin River.
8423, there's a brace light on the thing.
South side of the road, driveway.
Okay.
And if you need any help, I'll show you where the truck is.
All right. Sounds good.
I don't know if it can help you or not, but
I will pass it on.
Probably enough, you know.
Who knows? It might be the one.
Yep.
Exactly. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, this is one of the few calls that we ever got that we could actually follow. We have a few, but not many. So that's the waiter's call. Okay, then this next call. Yeah, this next call is interesting. This is Cohen calling in. This is at 3:57. Again, this is on the 9th. It's at 3:57 p.m. Andy calls. He wants the number to the vet hospital or whatever. But he also, you can hear him talking, and he said he found an entire bracelet on top of the burn pile. Do you remember this call, Susan? Cherie? I do. Been a long time since I listened to it, though.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm going to cue it up.
Manitoba Sheriff's Department, Carrie speaking.
Gary, can you give me the number for the Two Rivers Animal Hospital or Dr. Cott?
Sure, hold on 1 second.
That was at a burn pile. An entire bracelet.
It's 79.
That was at a burn pile. An entire bracelet.
It's 793.
793.
1187.
1187?
Yep, the Two Rivers Vet Hospital.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Here we Susan and Cherie, an entire bracelet on top of that burn pile.
He said a burn pile, not the burn pile.
Correct.
I think they found several burn piles out there in the quarries.
Oh, they did. There's a bunch of burn piles, and clearly a bunch of bones too. All right. We have one final call for today. I think I did 40 calls. This is at 5:49. Yep. Yeah, it's been a lot. 5:49 p.m. I don't remember who's talking. Wants them to go up, I think, to Highway Q and relieve somebody at the roadblock. So now, if it's 5:49 p.m., let's do the time here. Remember, that call came in, or Lieutenant Simon got Andy and whoever the hell else to go and block that road at 3:30. So this is over 2 hours later. So what the hell were they doing blocking that road off? Because we still don't know. Gonna cue it up.
Hello, Corey. Hi, Corey. Sorry, I got about 4 phone calls in between the time you were trying to get a hold of me. That's okay. What do you need? Need you to go up and release 442 on traffic control. Okay. On cue, I believe he's either at Old Y or Reese Mills Road, one of the roadblocks. All right. I don't know what you got left for cars there. Tony Trunk Highway Q at Old Y. Or Reese Mills. Just go north until you get up there. Go north, young man. Eventually, you'll run into them on cue, and then just release 442. Okay, and what am I supposed to use for wheels? If you don't have a squad there, I guess you're going to have to grab the volunteer cars. The only thing with light bar on it that we've got left. So it's going to be doing traffic control. Okay. All right. Take a look what's there. 6-2 still there? Somebody probably grabbed it. No, all the cars are gone. How about the old transport van? It's got no lights. No lights on that thing, huh? Got to have a light bar. Shit, I don't have nothing with a light bar here. That's what I'm saying. Damn. Yeah, I know. Volunteer thing isn't exactly something that anybody wants to be driving. That's all I got with a light bar. What number is that one? 5-1. 5-1. Just, you don't have to call out the units that you're in. Just tell dispatch and say you're 76 up there, Corey, so you don't embarrass yourself. Okay? All right. All right. All right. Bye.
Yeah, don't embarrass yourself. You got to drive this volunteer car with a light bar. Jesus Christ. All righty.
All righty then.
The whole pile of interesting calls, especially some
Sure
of them.
was.
Especially some of them. We're going to get into some more interesting calls the next time we do this. I'm sure we're going to get into the 10th. Maybe, well, there's more on the 9th, obviously. I can't remember if there might be one call from Poggle here later. I kind of glanced, but by that time my eyes were going crossed. But remember, Poggle's on the phone going giddy and all that shit about blood being found on the key and all this other bunch of stuff. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
What time did they arrest Stephen on the 9th?
As I recall, it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock on the 9th, around the time that Syphil called in. Might have been 2:30, but it was around the time, that they took him to Aurora. Doc says these calls reveal the actions and thinking of Leo's. No way they were looking at anyone else but Stephen Avery. Yep, this was so obvious. Fassbender said no tunnel vision. You okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
As if Stephen would leave a little pile of bones in his own burn pit and then take the rest over there.
That is.
I mean, what the hell?
It's the most asinine thing. He should have just kept his mouth shut, but he sounded like an idiot. That's my opinion. Of course, they're trying to make it work. He knows he's been recorded. So, any more questions or anything before we get out of here? We've been at it 3 hours and 10 minutes, so we've been going pretty strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ronka, it's not hard to speculate, but they found Teresa's bones at the turnabout because why would Bushman come out of retirement for only one day? Well,
he wasn't retired. He was a reserve
deputy. Reserve deputy, yeah. He might have been in partial retirement. He'd get pretty
old.
Not
retired.
But no, he wasn't retired. Certainly not fully. But yeah, I mean, we got nothing from Bushman as far as report wise, and I really want to know about these other dogs because they clearly had other teams on there, and we have nothing. We have no reports at all. So.
When you mentioned Joseph Mott's report, do you remember what that was about?
I don't. I don't. I'd have to find it for you, sure. I'm 99% sure that it was a DCI agent or two that interviewed him.
I can't remember either. There's too much info in this case.
Well, it's his cousin, or actually it's Alan's cousin. So it's Steve's second cousin, I guess. So I just wondered what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, some stuff it sticks in my memory, but like Susan said, there's just too much, and part of it just leaks out.
I bet. And he just passed away last November, I think.
Joseph Mott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Silkman says it was about Sikaki Note and the smelters. He says we covered the Mott material.
See, there you go.
Yeah, I remembered it coming up recently, but I couldn't remember what was said.
All right.
Well, thank you, Jack, for putting all that together.
Absolutely. We're going to do it again. We're going to get through these. Next time, though, I think that we're gonna dive back into the depositions and get a couple of those knocked out. Hey, we got somebody with us here.
Who jumped in? Silky?
Uh,
Tunnel vision. Hey, tunnel vision.
hey, tunnel vision. Oops.
Oh.
I think
Might have been a mistake.
I don't think they meant to jump in. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get out of here and have some dinner. I am. I don't know about you, Susan, but I am. I'm starving.
Oh, God, yes. Me too, Jack.
You're hungry too? No.
Starving.
I didn't
Alrighty.
wait, so I'm not, but
I did want to say before we get out. Oh, yeah, you did work. You probably worked your butt off too, didn't you?
I worked hard and I'm always hungry. Yeah.
I did want to say that there's a couple of videos that Dr. Sanderline has put out, and for anyone following Luke's and Luke Mitchell's case, you definitely need to watch them. Have you watched them yet, guys? Susan, Cherie?
I have not. Nope.
I did. I listened to it earlier.
You need to watch it, Susan. Oh my God.
I will for sure.
Wow. Unbelievable. Anyway, we appreciate everyone coming and hanging around. Please check out Just Rhonda and Cherie and Kay and the work they do for Daniel. Jeff Jones, Doc and I are with Jeff and Big Jeff and Cal on the Discussing a Murder. That's Making a Murder Part 2. And of course, Becca Chu and all her work with for Brendan. And all the other contributors to the true crime community. We really appreciate you guys coming and hanging with us for, well, a little over 3 hours now. We will do it again. Like I said, we're probably going to go back in depositions next week because I really want to get that out there and memorialized and see what we can dig out of that. I doubt it will be anything about the dog, but you never know what we'll find. So, with that said, I'm going to say this has been a Foul Play production.